Australia. Thank you. My name is Narelle Walcon. I am from Queensland, Australia. I would like to welcome you all here today and want to thank you for taking the time to attend Mike Hord's webinar today. I will be doing a quick presentation. So I ask that if you're interested in what's going on with the presentation about OnPassive, write down some questions and they will be answered afterwards with the people doing the Q&A. So thank you once again for being here, and I'll go on with the presentation. This is what you will learn here in this webinar: what OnPassive is, who is in charge, what the OnPassive product is, why our product is needed, the opportunity currently available, what the benefits are, and the founder opportunity. So what exactly is OnPassive? Well, it's a very real company and it's an online marketing business solution. So here you can see by the two photographs, we have bricks and mortar buildings, one in Florida, where our CEO, Ash Mufareh, works from, and also India, which is about a 6-story building, housed with the best of the best, right from support right through to our tech team. This is an amazing building, and I have photographs on the next slide. We are also legal in over 212 countries and compliant in those countries as well. Here are a few photos of our office in Hyderabad, India. As you can see, Ash has set it up nicely for our workers there in India, because he believes that, when you're an employee, they want to keep you there for life. He wants his employees to stay there and be happy with their working environment. So let me share a little bit about our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. Ash is a man with a vision for the future. Ash attended the American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in information, technology, and e-commerce. Ash has over 20 years experience in online business and has researched the likes of Walmart, Google, Twitter, Microsoft, Amazon, and many more. Ash understood how the internet has the potential to change the world and change poverty into prosperity. Now, if I'd like to just expand on that a little bit. When Ash was first looking at this and he saw that there was only 3% or approximately 3% that were making big money online, he felt that there needed to be something for those 97% of us who have, continuously searched online, continuously joined companies, online marketing, multi-level marketing companies and things like that, but never really made anything. So he wanted to bring that balance back to humanity. He wanted to help the 97% of us that don't make those big bucks, in a sense. So Ash really saw that the potential was there to help change and bring that balance back to humanity. Ash is a family man with a beautiful wife and 2 young sons. He has a keen interest in NASA and also enjoys fishing and hiking. Oh, by the way, Ash has a massive, great big heart as well. OnPassive's products. So let's go through this. There's no recruiting or converting leads. There's guaranteed targeted traffic, self-funding, and all done for you. Now you'll hear me say and explain throughout the slides about this 100% done for you. And I will explain it a little bit further as we go through the slides. Every imaginable tool for success, all built on one platform, one login, details on one interface, and they're all easily accessible in that one place. There's no copycat or recycled tech. And again, I bring it back. When Ash was first looking at this platform and building OnPassive, he looked around at what was available for him to use. But he found that the technology, the stuff that was out there just wasn't cutting it for what he wanted to do. So he decided to build it all from the ground up, get the best of the best, those people, those tech people, those who could bring him something different so that something the world had never seen before. And it's all at that lowest price anywhere on the globe. So here is our OnPassive product portfolio, and you are able to view this over on our website at www.onpassive.com. I'll go through a few with you here today that stand out for me. The first is Onet. Now we know that a social media platform, so it redefines that social networking platform. We're all fed up with the social media platforms that are available to us. And we find that, like me, people are getting disgruntled. You know, censorship is being held over people's heads. You know, the people are going to Facebook jail for not even really saying anything. They tend to sort of have words there, fact checkers and all that sort of thing, but they are censoring you, and they are also on selling your information to third parties. Onet is going to be a platform, again, that you have never seen before. You will want to be on Onet. You will want your friends and family to be in Onet, because it will be the new social media networking platform. The other one is OConnect, which is a hassle-free video communication tool. Now, this is the likes of what we're using right now with Zoom. But OConnect, again, built from the ground up, is going to have that better technology. You're going to be able to use this in different way than you have before. And one of those that stands out for me is the language translator. So if you're holding a Zoom meeting, but it's OConnect now, OConnect is going to be able to, you speak in English, and those people receiving on the other side will be able to click on a button and be able to hear it in one of 57 different languages. That is an amazing platform, and that ability to be able to then communicate with more people all over the world is just extensive. So we also have OMail, which is like an email account. So things that you use right now, like Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, and there's many, many of them out there. OMail will take over that and again, bring you satisfaction in the platform available to you. Obless is one of my favorites. And I know if anybody knows me, they know that Obless is the reason why I first came into OnPassive. I'd like to share a short story with you, if you don't mind. I have a great niece, Mimi. Mimi was born with cerebral palsy. Mimi just turned 9 a couple of days ago. And what a beautiful, amazing young girl she is. But she can't walk because of cerebral palsy. And every year her parents fundraise. Every year they take her from their hometown in Queensland to Sydney, Australia, to a company called Napa, which is a US company that works on Mimi's muscles to be able to help her to walk one day unaided. They go twice a year at present, and those 3-week blocks that they go for cost approximately $8,000 to $10,000 without airfares and accommodation. It is very expensive, and it's not covered in Australia by any of the health insurances. So they have to fundraise to give Mimi the best chance and use the best companies to be able to help her walk. Every year I try to help. I can't do anything physically, but I'm able to help online. So I go and fundraise, and I fundraise either through Facebook fundraiser or GoFundMe, and there are other crowdfunding platforms out there. However, what I didn't know was that these companies take a percentage off the top. Now, I can understand if these companies were taking an admin fee, a small one, okay, but to actually take money off the top of, like myself, yourself, your hard-earned money going towards these communities, you know, towards these causes, is just not right. So the thing is, what I learned was that it's about 15 to 30%. 15 to 30% off the top. Now, I usually raise anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000 to help towards Mimi's treatments. It's not a huge amount of money, but every little bit helps. Now, can you imagine if we say, for instance, $1,000 and we take roughly, you know, rounded off at 20% that they're taking, that's $200 that these companies are taking off the top out of $1,000. It is just not right. But the one thing, and again, the reason why I came in, OBless is giving 100% of the funds raised to your community, to your cause, to your idea, and in my case, for Mimi's treatments. So I just wanted to share that with you today, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who, donate to help others less fortunate than ourselves. And to know that OBless is going to give 100% of that money is just a godsend. It's a true blessing. So OBless is our crowdfunding platform, and it's predicted that the market share is $114 billion just for this year, 2021. Incredible. This is what they're earning off the top of a crowdfunding. Remember, most of the crowdfunding, any monies that raise is usually going to those people who are less fortunate than ourselves. It's just not right. So it's proven scientifically in our DNA that the power of giving is 10 times more rewarding and fulfilling than receiving and taking. And that was said by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. So let's have a look at this. Let's break it down a little bit. And why do we need this? Let's compare these lists. The internet's current model is based on competition and conflict. 97% are scams, and they turn into money pits. It requires you to sell, they require you to recruit, and the tools are obtained separately with no guarantees that you're going to make any money online. And it pits marketers against each other. So let me just expand on that a little bit more. The old terminologies, the old companies, the old platforms, old technology, we've all been there. We've all searched for them. We've all gone into those multi-level marketing companies. And again, I'm not saying anything against their platforms. What I'm saying is they're old technology. And what you used to have to do and still have to do to this day, if you are a part of them, is you have to sell and recruit. So you're constantly out there looking for the next person to join your business. You're out there trying to find the next person who wants to buy your product. And believe you me, some of the products are actually amazing. I use them still myself today. But it doesn't help you. It's not doing anything for you unless you're doing something. And it is a compensation based on your own effort. So if you're not out there selling, you're not out there recruiting, and remembering that every month you have to still pay into that to be a part of it, to actually receive any money that you might get, then you're just not going to get a check. You're not going to make any money there. So let's compare OnPassive's new model. It's based on mutual benefit. It's a real business with real products and real people. It's self-funding and it pays you to use it. So again, have you or do you use a company or in a company that pays you to actually use it? So if you go to Google and type in and search something, do Google pay you? No, they don't. So there's no marketing or selling, recruiting. Every tool needed for success is included. Again, I bring it back. We have 50 plus products available, becoming available. 20 you will be able to read about on our website if you go and visit our website on www.onpassive.com. Read and see how these fit into your life, how they fit into your business. So there's no money back guarantee according to our NDA. Again, everything is at that low price, that one subscription every month. Marketers compete only with themselves, and we have a revolutionary breakthrough and patented compensation plan never seen before. So everybody in the near future will use something from OnPassive, whether they come for money or for tools, benefits, connections, or communication. They will have a reason to come to OnPassive. Remembering, OnPassive has built all of their products, their platforms from the ground up. This is new technology. This isn't old. This is something that people will want to flock to because they're getting it at that low price. They're getting something and everything available on that one platform. So the position available right now is a founder's position. And again, I bring this back. When was the last time you were asked to be a founder? Say Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple? None. None that I know of, or any of my friends or family or the people that I know have ever been asked to be a founder in a multi-billion-dollar company before launch. That's right. $5.5 billion is what we are valued at right now. And that is even before launch. Now, let me share with you also about our founders. We have, right at this present time, approximately 754,000 founders. Now, that seems like a lot, seems like a few, but it is amazing. Those founders actually saw the vision that Ash had, that he wanted to bring that balance back to humanity. And he didn't want to do this alone. He didn't want to be the richest man in the world. He wanted to be the kindest man. And he said, you know what? I want to help everyone that I can, and they can help the people that they know, and we can bring that balance to humanity. So our founders' positions are really, really something to look at, because again, this opportunity will not come past your desk, past your computer ever again. So the cost to get in to OnPassive as a founder is $97 US plus a $5 admin fee. Now here in Australia, it equates to approximately 135 Australian dollars. But imagine that investment of money that you're putting into a company that's real, that's changing the world, that wants to change humanity and bring that balance. It really means very little. So I also want to share with you about the hard launch. So we have soft launch and we have hard launch. And right now we're in pre-launch. And I know it gets a little bit confusing between those. So in pre-launch, everything is being prepared. We will soon go into soft launch. And from soft launch, we will be able to play around with those products that are available to us, you know, see if they work, see if there's any problems. And the founders get and have that ability to do that. From there, from soft launch, and not too long afterwards, we will go into hard launch. And hard launch is where never, ever again will there be a founder position available. So you really need to have a look at this opportunity and see, and really see what this is. You know, ask the questions afterwards if you need to know more information. So it's time to completely run your whole business on autopilot. And I hear a lot say, but I don't have a business. I don't really know how to use the computer. You know, I don't think this is for me. But this is made for everyone. And Ash made sure of that. Because if you don't have a business, OnPassive becomes your business. And OnPassive will go to work and do everything 100% done for you. Autopilot any business opportunity, whether they're going to do your advertising, your marketing, leads, signups, recruiting, team building even. Everything is done for you. You come in as a founder, you pay for that founder position, which locks you into the team, which locks you into OnPassive and into the pay structure. From there, it is a subscription, $250, which will be a once out of pocket. The rest will come out of your profits. Now in OnPassive, we have two wallets. One is your holding or your funding wallet, which will be when your profits come in, that will fill first for your next month's subscription. After that, what is coming in will be yours. And you don't have to wait a month. You don't have to wait whatever time it takes in a lot of other companies. When the money is in your wallet, you can withdraw immediately. Again, another amazing part of the platforms available. So yes, it automates your existing business and provides a massive income opportunity by simply using the breakthrough platform. Never seen before, all on one interface, one login, 50 plus products available to you. And you can have a look and view these that are coming. They have short videos as well. So the benefits of being a founder: you will earn residual income for life, targeted traffic to your website given to you by the company. OnPassive builds your business and team for you automatically. You will be a part of the beta testing and inner circle decision making. Pay one time out of pocket, and the subscriptions are paid from profit. You will benefit from massive market campaigns and access to every tool you will ever need, and 100% done for you. It couldn't be any easier than that. So founder positions are closing soon, and you really need to get back to the person who invited you along to this meeting today, you know, or to any one of us who can answer your questions for you. So Richard Branson once quoted, "If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, just say yes, then learn how to do it later." So that's the thing with OnPassive. This is an amazing opportunity. If you're not sure how to do it, just say yes, get in as a founder today. You know, you will learn about the OnPassive, what's available, the platforms. We don't need to know everything about them anyway. But you will meet the most amazing family of founders who, again, I bring it back to, saw Ash's vision about bringing change to humanity. And even if you come in firstly for maybe some extra income, passive income, residual income, then you change somehow, your heart changes. And it's quite an amazing company, never seen before. And the people that you meet do have that heart. And they're all out there to help you. Because remember, no selling, no recruiting. We're not pitting against each other. We want everybody to succeed. So whether you're active or passive, everyone will win. All you need to do is get in. Now, passive, as you know, would be, you know, you come in and you don't have to do anything. Active isn't just about going out there and recruiting people, because we don't recruit or sell. Active just means sharing it with those that you care about, sharing with those people that you want to bring with you. You know, this is what active is. And we all know people that are struggling in our world right now. So again, all you have to do is get in. I want to thank you for joining us today to learn more about this opportunity. We have a saying in Go Founders, you are in it to win it. I want to thank everyone for being here again today, for listening to my presentation. I really appreciate your time, because I know we all have busy lives. We will go over to a question and answer segment now. But again, I want to thank you. My name is Narelle Walkon, and I'm from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. G'day, mate. Thank you.
Wonderful, Narelle. Absolutely wonderful. As usual, I know it because I see it every Wednesday morning, but wonderful job, Narelle. Okay, I'll remind you again, guys, we do have guests on here. And right now we're reaching out to the guests. If you have any questions, raise your hand and you can either type them into the chat room. I think we got to keep a couple of people watching the chat, or come on camera and ask us your question. Don't be shy. You're getting into something that's going to completely change your life. So ask away. Anyone got any questions? Wow, Narelle, you were that good.
I see a couple of hands raised there, Chris.
Yeah, but it's Murthalin, and I can't bring him in. I don't know. It's every week with that young lady.
Balber Singh.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Nobody's got a question. I know Narelle's good. She did cover everything. Wow. Marty DeGarmo. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Chris. Narelle, unbelievable. Very good job. You can do that anytime for me, that's for sure. If anybody here, like he said, any guests have a question at all, put it in the chat, or somebody's going to have to read out of the chat if they see any. And after we get to guests, if a member has any questions, no support though, just questions you might have about the business. We are not going to talk about support questions here for sure. But yeah, Narelle, fantastic. Very, very good. I think you hit it out of the park because nobody has a question. Yeah, I can't bring any more people than I tried. I don't know if anybody else can. Other people.
I think Rana Carr from India, Marty, has a question.
Oh, okay,
yes,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm audible, sir. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, actually, I am Ranakor from Kolkata, India. I have a question. Actually, I am a totally blind person. I have a question. So, actually, I am a total blind person because by born, I also founder of OnPassive. I want to know about how many accessible product of OnPassive for blind persons. Can you help me?
I don't know that any are actually set up for the blind, but that is a very good question to ask on Monday. Because if there's something that the company can do for blind people, I believe Ash would do it. So if you could come back Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, that's a very good question. I do not know, but Shorty, turn this down.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. I'm glad. That's a very good question. And I'm not sure what they would need to do. In fact, he might need some of your input to see what would help blind people, because you would obviously know better than we do. But yeah, come back on Monday. I think anybody he can help in any way, of course, I believe he'll try to find a way to do it.
Actually, I have actually all founder. Actually, I have any founder all blind actually. Okay. Another जो founder है also blind.
Oh, well, fantastic. Good. The more the better. And that'll make more power to get stuff done. And I believe if you bring it up on Monday, we'll see what we can do. Even if he doesn't show up, I can correlate it better from Monday's webinar, because we're going to need to take a little time with that. It's not a real quick answer. In fact, I don't know any answer to that, but maybe we can find out. And then the next few days, if I have a chance to talk to Ash, I will bring that up.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, that was a good question, Raina. Thank you very much for that. Key Window, my buddy Key. Come on out, buddy.
Hey everybody, can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Raina, I have a question for you if you're still online and you're here, because you've actually kind of raised some awareness to all of us. How did you actually access the internet and the site to get to this webinar? Raina?
Yes, sir. Yes.
How did you access the site via online?
Yes, sir. I also educated from Jadavpur University renewal education from masters actually. Okay. I also access Android mobile or laptop or desktop.
So you use an Android device and access the webinars via some type of a braille in a keystroke?
No. Braille talkback, accessible talkback.
Oh, talkback.
Voice.
Right. Voice.
Voice recognition, yes.
Right.
Very, very interesting. Yeah, we'll try to get you some answers.
And very, very interesting. You're right,
yeah.
Key. Never
Impressive.
thought about it. It's a very good idea.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all. I just wanted to ask him a question, guys. That was all.
Okay.
Wow, Raina, you're teaching us all something new. So we do appreciate that. And if Marty says something, he's going to get all over that. So thanks again. Anyone else have any questions at our guests? I don't think I've seen anything in the chat yet. So Marty, what do you think at this time? We can bring on some founders, maybe like to talk and maybe
Yeah, of course.
a little bit and ask questions. Question.
I just wanted to give the option to the guests first, and if you want to get on the panel, we can hold 37 more, but we've tried to get you on. So if you didn't get on, get off and come back on and we'll try again, and hold your hand up. But if anybody here as a founder has questions or needs help, we're gonna let you go ahead and ask that, but not support questions like my email doesn't work and blah 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 blah. No, we spend 5 hours every Monday doing that, and I'm just not into that right now. So, but if there's other things we can do to help, that would be great. And don't be shy because we can also pull you out. Cedric Flowers, how you doing, buddy? Hey, by the way, Ash said to me the other night, you tell Cedric I didn't forget about that cheesesteak. So he's coming.
Hey, what's up, Marty?
Yeah, he's coming, he said.
That's all good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I missed your live today, but I got the tail end of it. Yeah, anytime Ash is coming, man, just let me know.
Well, if he's going to Philly, I'll go with him.
Yeah, we can all meet up. Yeah,
Right.
yes,
Right.
steaks all day.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
You're going to find this hard to believe, but I can eat a cheesesteak. You know what I'm talking about?
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, many of them. How everyone doing? It's always a pleasure on the Hollywood Squares. Always good to see you, Dundee. How's your mom, man? Hope she's doing better, you know.
She is, Cedric. Thank you very much.
That's good, you know. So as usual, it's always a pleasure to be on here in the Hollywood Squares. Like I say, I repeat myself all the time. This is the best decision I ever made in my life, joining OnPassive. If you're looking to stop working 9 to 5, or some people love their 9 to 5 or their 40 hours, but if you're looking for generational wealth, trading time for money, this is the best place to go. I mean, you're looking for the best, you're here. Can't do no wrong. Like Warren Buffett say, and I love his quote, find a way to make money while you're sleeping. If you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you will work till you die. I'm not trying to do that. And I'm pretty sure no one else here is either. If you got something anything better than OnPassive, please let us know. We will all come with you. 700,000 plus people. We will come. So I don't see nothing better than OnPassive. So I would love to see it, but I don't think you're gonna find it.
Yeah, there's a good reason, Cedric. There is nothing better. Hey, Bibiana, you had wrote me that question about how can people do some marketing on Facebook without getting in trouble? Do the opposite of Chris Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. I have an idea, and what you do is, I don't know who here knows about QR codes. Well, anyway, there's a QR code maker. You could go on Google and look it up. You could take your link, put it in a QR code generator, and it'll come out with a little square box. Now they make them round too, but a little square box. It's got a bunch of funny lines on it. To you, it will mean nothing. But if you say a little bit on your post, like an image, and at the bottom have a QR code, when they scan it with their phone, it'll automatically take them to your webpage. And I've used them and they work. I would not put links. I don't have to say that twice. I would not put links on Facebook ever, and definitely not a tiny URL or an O-trim or something like that. They will kick you out instantly. They have something already set up in Facebook that as soon as they see it, they kick you out. But that's an idea that you can do, and it tells how to do it. It's fair. I figured it out, so anybody can do it.
Hey, Marty, there's an answer to the question for rent a car in the chat here from Armadine Jacoton. And it says all our programmers will have voice chat incorporated, so that should help with the blind people.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I have another question, sir. Can I explain that, sir?
Yes, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, wallet is the best wallet of my world, actually, of our world, actually. So why my access actually wallet picture recognition, my face recognition, how to access that, sir? Actually,
A lot of those details are just not out yet. There's talking about face recognition. They're talking about a code where you go to log in, and for you it might be different, but you log in and it sends a code to your email. And if you don't have that code, you can't log in. That's for security. A lot of companies have that now, where you log in and it says a code was sent to your email that you registered with, and you go to that email and there'll be either a number or an alphabet or whatever, just a group of numbers or symbols, and you copy and paste it. The company then knows it's you and it gives you access. But they'll have more than one way of identifying who you are. And because you brought up the blindness part, I mean, that goes all together. I think once we answer your first question, it will go with many, many, many other aspects of OnPassive, is my bet. I don't know, but I think, and some of it might already be there, like you just heard. So we'll find out. But a lot of the little details we don't know yet.
Yes.
But we will all know very, very soon.
okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Raina. You're making this
Okay,
very interesting. You're teaching us something here we didn't know nothing about, or I didn't at least. But thanks again. William DeLorme, you got your hand up, buddy. Come on out.
Yes, hello. Hi, everybody. Want to direct a question to Marty. For the Facebook, I don't like to leave links anymore or any of that kind of thing. So you mentioned hashtags, which I use. They're probably more acceptable. But I put my link in for Facebook itself. So when they click on that, they go to right to my profile and they can message me directly. So I think that's probably a real good way to go. Because on YouTube, you can take that and put your link in, and you can mention to them that you're going to put that up on YouTube and have your link or registration link and shorten it with trim URL. I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah, there's many ways. All I'm saying is the least amount of links or anything like that on Facebook, the better. I'm saying get them off Facebook, however you do it, and communicate them with an email. And like you said, YouTube, you can put almost anything you want on there, but you got to move people around so that you don't get yourself in trouble. That's all. And also, I see people doing lives. Another thing, if you're doing a post, don't tag other founders, because all we're doing is this big tornado of everybody doing the same thing over and over and over. I'm getting everybody's lives, but not new people need to get them. And how you do that is put your friends that you know real well, tag them, and then it'll go beyond their circle into your circle of people that maybe you don't want to talk to directly. Now you're saying, well, somebody will sign up under someone else. But if everybody does it, it's a fair deal, because most people will get in if they hear the business from someone other than you, especially if it's a family member, right? So if you have, like if I had a family member that I was going to share the business with, which I don't because I just gave him a position, I would have Mike Ellis explain the business, not me, even though I know the business. You don't deal with family. I don't, anyway.
Marty,
Yeah.
on that note, you're talking about right there, tagging folks. What if you tag my one of my family members. If I gave you a list of people to tag and you gave me a list of people to tag, what would that do?
Well, it would be okay, but here's the problem, Kevin. If I tag your friends and I'm not friends with them, the tag doesn't work. It's not a hyperlink. Like if I put your name in, it'll turn blue.
Yeah.
And that automatically gives you a notification. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You could tag people you know, but I can't. But you could tag people you know for me, and then it works. Then it kicks them out into that other circle. Because believe it or not, we're getting played in Facebook. We only have a very small circle that we ever talk to. If you go to your stream, it's all OnPassive. And you're thinking everybody in Facebook knows about OnPassive. No, it isn't. It's just our little, we just got a big circle, but it's no one outside of us. Very rarely. In fact, somebody, might have been Narelle, where somebody did a live, and when they did it as it came out almost as a sale, like an event. Now, when you do that, sometimes that'll go beyond your people. It'll go a little farther. And when that happens, that's a big deal because now people see it that wouldn't normally see it. It's a thing on Facebook. It's just I use Facebook every day. We use paid ads, but I'm paying the company to tell them, go to Spain, go here, go there, go to Papua New Guinea, but you got to pay for it. And even then, you have no guarantees. I mean, I'm getting 300 opt-ins a day. Whoa.
It sounds like Marty's house.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Marty. If you want to contact more people on Facebook, you got to pay for it.
Just got to pay for it. And let me tell you what happens there. It's not like you just pay money and people come. You got to get an ad that works. And then you got to get an ad that Facebook says is okay. So you got to juggle all the way through. You're juggling knives and spoons and forks, and then they throw a hand grenade in there, and your ad doesn't go through because Facebook said no, you can't say that. And then your ad does go through, and nobody wants to click on it because it doesn't make any sense. You can't really say what you want to say. So I spend like 3 or 4 months making one ad that finally Facebook goes, we're going to let that go and hope to God somebody clicks on it. But if you mess around, that's why I say OnPassive is a gift to mankind. Why? Everybody here is going to be an expert in marketing. Guaranteed, right? You don't have to know anything. They're going to drive traffic to you day after day after day. And think about this. If we have a million founders, they're going to make 1 million new pages every day. It's unbelievable. And the day will come, we don't need to do advertising at all because we will be the hunted. That's coming. Facebook does not advertise. Why? They are the consumer. They are right now. But that could change. That will change. But I'm just saying, you do what you can, but have people come to you. You have people come to you for something. And it doesn't take a lot. But my best ads are 4 bullets, or maybe 5. The big long emails, the big long story, a big picture, and flashing bulbs and all that, they don't work. People nowadays have no attention span, 0. They don't want to hear about it. They look, and if it catches their attention, they'll click on it. And then you got to catch them. You got to hook them. You got to yank that fishing pole back and get the hook set, or they'll get off the line. I know it sounds horrible, but that's just the way it is. But once you get them and they see what you have, if you get a chance to share the business, 9 out of 10 will say yes. I'll tell you that right now. If you can get to them to the story and get through the crap, the shield, the scary, I'm going to get ripped off. You get past that, 9 out of 10 say yes. I do not remember the last person that told me no. In fact, the last person I talked to, I tried to talk them out of it because they weren't founders. They were paying the buck. But that's true. If you can get through that, and I've seen a lot of lives that people, if they watch it, would get in. The problem is the only people seeing the lives are other founders. That's my opinion. I don't think they're getting out far enough. But you could do a boost too, $5, and boost it wherever you want. But even then, you got to be careful what you say. You have to have a business page or everybody calls it something different, a business page or a fan page. And if you get a fan page, you got to season it like a steak. You got to post on it every day and do that for about 10 days, and then you can use it. But it's a lot of work. That's why we have OnPassive. You don't have to do that nonsense. No matter what anybody tells you, marketing is not fun. Well, no, I do enjoy it, but it's not. It's not easy. It's really a pain.
Marty, thank you very much. Kevin, thank you for the contribute. Marty, hold on. Let me get Key in here because Marty, we know Marty is very well educated in all this, and he gets going sometimes, and he just don't run out of gas. So I'm gonna let Key jump in there because Key's hand is turning blue. Key, go ahead.
Just cut it off. There no blood was flowing to it. I just wanted to share with the guest as well as everyone here. I came across a very interesting article. I believe it was last night, actually, or early this morning while I was at work. And I shared it with some of you. I see Chris is shaking his head. Marty, I think I sent it to you. Bill Musk, Kath. I shared it with several people. But it goes in parlay kind of with what Marty was just talking about. I live in a small town in eastern North Carolina. If you're familiar with the Air Force, and have ever heard of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, that's the town that I live in. It's called Goldsboro. We have a community college here called Wayne Community College. That's the county that I live in, is Wayne County. WRAL is a news channel out of Raleigh, North Carolina, one of North Carolina's larger cities. Anyway, the article and the interview was at the community college, and it's about a new 2-year program that is just starting at the community college. And it's the only, I think there's 2 schools in the country, 2 schools in the United States of America will have degree programs for artificial intelligence in their IT sector. So just think about that for a minute and think about where we are as founders in OnPassive. You now have colleges that are teaching people how to do program and internet programmers and computer programs for artificial intelligence. Guys, we are sitting at the Ford Motor Company, and Henry Ford just explained how he's going to do his assembly line, except it's not the Ford dealership. It's a computer digital company that does software, and it's Ashma Farah, and you're witnessing it. I mean, it's at the forefront right now, and you're part of it. And I think in the article, the director of the program stated, artificial intelligence, everybody will be using it. It is what is getting ready to happen is like electricity and the internet. Just think about that. Think about how many generations do you have to go back to talk to your ancestors who didn't have running water in their house and electricity? Now, I only have to go back to my mother because she lived on a farm in eastern North Carolina. And of course, we can go to different parts of the world, Papua New Guinea and other places that don't have electricity now. But how many of you are sitting in the comfort of your home with AC and the lights on? And how far back do you have to go to your ancestors who didn't have AC and didn't have lights in their house? And we are at that point in technology now where what we're talking about, artificial intelligence, and how it's going to do all the things that Marty just explained to you, that's going to make you a professional marketer without you doing anything, is because of AI. And who is probably the most dominant force on the planet right now in AI? I say OnPassive. So if you're new and you're here for the first time and you want to read that article, I think Bill Musk put it on his site, I believe, and you can find it. You can go to WRAL, type in Wayne Community College, artificial intelligence, and you can read it. It's very easy to find. WRAL is very easy to find. But what we're talking about here is how artificial intelligence is going to make your life easier and how it's going to make you be a professional marketer like Marty was just talking about. And in turn, that's going to bring dollars into your house. and it's going to make you look like a pro. So that's it, guys. Just want to share that with everybody.
Fantastic, Key. I wish I'd have just said that. Son of a gun.
See?
I wish I'd have just said that.
All right, Key, excellent. Thank you once again. Good to see you again, my brother. Mr. Tony Monk, almost the after birthday boy. You go right ahead, my friend. And Kathy, you are next.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. You know, Key, I read that article. You sent it to me yesterday. It was fantastic. It was really good, really good. And Key brings up a good point. Yeah, artificial intelligence is the key behind this business and running everything smoothly. You know, everything's automated, so there's really not much you need to do. Like in the old days when I was marketing for the past 25 years, I had to go out and get my own traffic and go to different places and get an autoresponder and build landing pages and, you know, all kinds of stuff. And they were all over the place. They weren't in one platform. And the nice part about this whole thing is that on top of the artificial intelligence that's running everything behind the scenes, we're not promoting OnPassive when we launch. You have to remember, OnPassive is going to be promoting us. So we're going to be we're going to be branded. And that's key, because when you make multiple seven figures online, most people that do make multiple seven figures online, they're all branded. I mean, look at Ty Lopez, for example, you know, that commercial In My Garage with his Lamborghini. It's a brand. I mean, his name is a brand. Tony Robbins is a brand, you know, I mean, these are all brands, right? And OnPassive is going to do that. We've never seen this before. This is the first time in history any company's ever done that. And that's phenomenal. For a company to actually brand us, any multi-level marketing company that any of you guys have ever done didn't brand you. You were promoting the company. And if you didn't bring people in, if you didn't recruit, good luck. You probably didn't make any money. But OnPassive is a complete different animal. This is different. And it's absolutely phenomenal when you're getting branded from a company and they're building the products, okay, products that we need today that everybody already uses, except it's updated. It's an updated version from everything that's happening right now on the internet, okay? We have the updated version. And OnPassive is going to sell these products under our brand name. So in other words, it'd be TonyMonk.com, not OnPassive.com. So that's huge. Yeah, it was a great article. I really enjoyed watching that, Key. Thank you for sending it to me. And by the way, Narelle, fantastic job, by the way. Beautiful presentation. You did very well. I loved your calm voice. It was just fantastic. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tony Monk. Tony's birthday was yesterday again. He's now 97 years old, but damn, does he look good. Thanks, Tony. Kathy Lee from Florida, come on down.
Thank you. Yes, Narelle, that was wonderful, and your voice is so calming. Marty, the question is to wherever he disappeared to. Where is he? The question is, I want to know whether, are you using, Marty, are you using an app to find your QR code generator?
I use an app, but the app I use is to answer comments on my ad that people don't want to push the button. And I don't even know if that makes sense, but I use apps for that help me do the ad. I don't use them to ad, but I use them to, like if a guy comes on and makes a comment, I want info, I have the app set up about 500 keywords. If they say any one of those words, it sends them a message that they would have went to even if they click the button. But some people don't want to do anything unless they think they made the decision. And I don't mind letting them think that long as they go where I want them to go. So yeah, I use an app, but it's only for what I just said.
No, I don't know if we are speaking the same language. I was looking up QR code generators. Yep. QR code generators. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. They're free. That's not what I'm talking about when you say app. The QR generator is not an app. It's you could do it right online, 2 seconds. I made one for Chris the other night. It takes 2 seconds. What I like about QR is Ash is going to use QR codes. I'm just telling you right now, it's coming. Like he was talking about a card where you could do a digital card. If you use QR code, 98% of people in the world that go online use their phone. I didn't realize, I mean, I know it's that high. And any kind of app that you have like that, where you can use anytime you use a QR code, it's so quick because the guy turns on his camera, he scans the app, and he goes where he wants to go. He doesn't have to copy, he doesn't have to paste, he doesn't have to do nothing. And they're free out there. You can generate any QR code. You can generate a QR code for each product if you want to sell the product. I don't want to confuse people though, because the company's going to do that for you. But if you're doing any kind of branding, you can put your name on the QR code or a picture that you want, and boom, people click it and they go to wherever you want them to go, and they're free. They're absolutely free.
Yeah. I just, so you download the QR code generator on your computer and then put your link in?
You go to a site, there's no download, and there it is out in the open. You put a link in it, one of these big ugly links, you put it in it, you put a design, maybe change the color, and you click download, boom, it downloads, and when it downloads to your computer, you'll see this square box with jiggly lines on it. You take that square box, copy it, and put it anywhere you want, and that is a code that tells people where you want them to go.
No, I'm familiar. I know they also have apps on iPhone to do the same thing. So that's why I was just questioning that.
There might be an app too, Kathy. I don't know, but I'm pretty much of a cheapskate, so I always go for the free stuff.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Marty, for that answer. Yeah, Marty's got a very, wow, he's just got a big head like me, but his is full of technical stuff that he confuses me with every day, but I still love him to death. Thank you, Kathy, for that question. Narelle Warcon from Australia. Come on out, girl.
Pumping it. Thanks, Chris. And thank you, Tony, and everybody who said some beautiful, kind words to me. I really appreciate it. I just want to say to Rana Car, which sounded like rent a car, sorry, Rana, but that's what I heard, that we have also, not only because you're blind, but we also have a deaf community within OnPassive as well. And I know there are some leaders that look after our deaf community. But I'd also like to say and just share with people, who do you know that has a disability? I had open heart surgery. Tomorrow it will be 6 years. I'll be doing a live about that. I didn't know I had a heart problem, rushed to hospital having a heart attack, which I didn't know was a heart attack, opened up a week later, right down the center of my chest, and they did a triple bypass. I have a disability. Not only did I suffer horrendous pain, but I also had a frozen shoulder, and it brought on post-traumatic from other things that I've been through in my life. But who out there we're talking to, that has a disability that nobody's going to employ them? Here in Australia, they show that we're helping, the disadvantaged as far as, putting them into work, and they run different programs to help put them back into work. But I don't know about your country, whether this happens over there, but they changed the retirement age to 67 over here. Anything after that, anything after, I think it's 1965 that you were born, no more pensions for anybody, no more. If you were born before then, you're going to receive old age pension. However, who's out there that can't work anymore? 67, come on. It used to be years ago, a man would retire at 65, a woman at 60. For goodness sake, she's had children, she's worked, multiple different areas of her life, yet we still all have to work till the age of 67. I have a disability. I was hurt in I used to drive the big yellow dump trucks in the coal mines, and they dropped an excavator bucket down onto the headboard of my truck. And I'm lucky to be alive. Many times my life has been saved. So I believe we're all here for a reason. We're all found OnPassive for a reason. But check out those people around you. Check out your community. Ask around. It's not just about, fundraising for these communities. It's actually getting getting them to understand that this could be something that they don't have to do a lot. You know, they don't have to input and recruit and do all of these things or talk to people. So Rana, thank you for bringing that up. I think you're amazing. I'm sure that Ash will provide you with some sort of a platform to help your community, just as with the deaf community and for any of those who have disabilities in life. So thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for actually advising me. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Raina, go ahead, Kathy.
I'm sorry, my friend from Australia just made it onto the webinar. Her name is Virginia Dite. I just wanted to welcome her in because she's been having a hard time getting in.
I've seen that. Welcome, Virginia. Welcome, Virginia. Glad to have you here and congratulations. I do want to ask Raina, if you don't mind turning on your mic, I have a question for you. My grandmother was also blind, Raina. And, you know, when I talk about OnPassive, like Norel was just talking about, you know, we say that anyone can do this, no matter what if you're disabled, blind, hard of hearing. Can I ask you, Raina, what was your why to get into the OnPassive?
Sir, repeat your question. Actually, I don't hear that, sir, actually.
Okay, Raina, what was the reason that you joined OnPassive?
Actually, I am educated from Jadavpur University, Kolkata. So I am also master's completed. Okay, I have a question from class 3. So I have no actually business or job. Job actually just obey your boss actually, or business is the mother of job. क्योंकि एक one job equal to no actually money, successful man. Okay, so I have actually a swimmer. Okay, then I also offer from Greece swimming. So I have enough not money, and so I joined this OnPassive. I have enough money, then I will share money with poor people easily. Thank you, sir.
Raina, you answered my question, Raina, because and I'm gonna talk about Raina for the next couple days because he's the reason why I love OnPassive. He has openly admitted that he is a blind man. Anyone can get an education, but to ask him about his why is simply he wants to make money and help people. And even with his disability, he's gonna save and help a lot of people. Raina, I appreciate that. I will be talking about you for a couple days, Raina. I guarantee you that. Anybody else? I get excited when I get to meet new people, Raina. So, you know what? How about I'm gonna do this because I like to. I'm gonna pick on Tim Dillon and tell me why you got in this, Tim Dillon.
Christopher. Oh my
30
goodness.
seconds.
Oh my goodness. I was contacted, excuse me, by a very dear friend, Viviana Rodriguez. And she and I had done a little work online together previously. And I think she knew that this would be right up my alley. Well, she was dead on the mark. I heard it. Within a day, I signed up. It was that quick. Now, I come from a business background. And my family was very successful for many, many years. And I was going through a very difficult time in my own life. I was in an accident, was, you know, out of the picture for a long time. 6 weeks coma, year and a half rehab. And I started thinking, you know, I can't go back to what I used to do. I have to find some way to make money. So I started, you know, searching around. And I got involved with a couple things which hurt very much. And then I got involved with Viv, and we were right there, very close to getting something done. But we didn't quite get there. And it just fizzled. And she contacted me about OnPassive. I said, well, I'm going to look at it. I have nothing better to do. So within a day, I looked at everything I could. And by the end of 24 hours, signed me up because I knew where this train was going. It's coming, and it might pass you if you don't get on. I don't know. Our CEO, Mr. Ashton Farah, an unbelievable man. His pop in yesterday on the Zoom was absolutely incredible. And to hear him speak, if you haven't, you must, because it will change your whole entire viewpoint about where we're going. It's bigger than big. I have, you know, that skull cap I put on, it's got flames on it. My hair is on fire. Well, I don't need that because my hair is on fire even as I sit here right now. I know that very soon I will be smiling ear to ear every day I wake up, because I will be able to help so many others, and I'll be able to see their smiles. That's more important to me than my own. And I've done a good bit to restore my smile, but it's not done yet. Because until I can have everyone around me smiling and feeling that same kind of joy and the feeling of being proud, that is going to mean more to me than anything I could ever do for myself. Does that do it, Chris?
Oh boy, you know what, Tim? You're just I just love you to death, Tim. That's all I can say. You know what I mean. Coming right from here, brother. I appreciate it. So, Tim, now that I'm met some amazing people on here, and I'm going to call out a lady here in about 10 seconds. But anyone that's new on here, or even the founders, understand this, in this family, we have people with every kind of situation. Regardless of if they're smart, I'm not smart. I'm gonna say I'm the dummy. I could be the dummy, but you know what? I can still do OnPassive. All right. But I will call on a very smart lady with a beautiful smile, Miss Viviana Rodriguez. If you want to come all out, you knew I was gonna do that, Viv. Come on and give us a shout out and tell us why. How did you find Tim? My goodness.
My friend.
Well, I met Tim through another business venture, and him and I were working side by side trying to get the business going online, and it never panned out. I mean, I kept sinking more money and more money into this program, and I just couldn't get it off the ground. So that's how I know Tim. And when I heard of OnPassive and that they did all the marketing for you, there was no recruiting. I mean, it was a no-brainer. It's like, for $97, oh, come on. You can't beat it. And any of us that have tried to get a business going online, it's just, it's a money pit. You're trying to get it and going, and you're spending money here, you're spending money there, and it's just an endless cycle. So with OnPassive, it's just one price besides the $97, and then coming in and activating your position for $250 or $200, $250. That's a steal. That's unbelievable for that low price, you know? So that's what attracted me to OnPassive. And I encourage anybody, I mean, this company is going to change your life. It's going to change your financial future. And you got to trust it, you know, and when you plug into these webinars and you get to know the OnPassive, because we're all a family here and we're all excited. That's the crazy part about it. We're all excited about this opportunity and none of us have seen a dime. But we trust in Ash Mufareh. We trust in what he's put together. What he's put together is unbelievable. If you go through all the products and you actually really take a look at what his team has put together, it's out of this world. And guess who's going to benefit from all of that? The founders. So yeah, those of you that are on the fence, get off that fence. Get into OnPassive, and you'll be happy that you did. Absolutely.
Viviana, thank you. You see, guys, well, everyone knows me. I'm the crazy, loudmouth, funny guy. And then you have classy ladies like Viviana Rodriguez, who comes back very calm, very laid back. She's built a phenomenal team. And I don't think you'll ever see Viviana sweat, but I know she works hard, but you'd never know it because she's so calm. Thank you very much, Viviana. I do appreciate you coming out. I'm going to call a few people out, and I'm going to also call out another wonderful lady who I've got to know in the last month and a half, I would say. And I'm calling you out, so get ready. Lynn Nakamoto, can you come on out and introduce yourself and say a few words, please? If I know you're here. Where you at, Lynn? Don't be mad at me.
Hey, Chris, do you mind if I interrupt just for a sec?
Oh,
there's a Virginia Dite that would like to speak. Her name is Virginia Dite.
Yeah, I turned her. I did see Kathy text me. I turned her on. I don't know why it's not working.
She's my new founder from Australia. Yeah.
Lynn I'll work on that. Lynn Nakamoto, are you here, Lynn? You want to say something?
Hi, can you hear me?
There you are. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, how is everybody? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a founder. I'm excited about founders. I'm excited about just being in OnPassive. And I'm glad to be part of the founder community. I think people, we all have this same heart, you know, the same heart for humanity, and that makes us really special.
Thank you, Lynn. Hey, Lynn, you know, Lynn the other day got called out by Ash, which I think her glasses fell off her face and she fell off her chair. But I know that they will be talking to each other. If they didn't do it today, I know they will be soon. So looking forward to that, Miss Lynn Nakamoto. I appreciate all you've done. I know you've been working your brains off, and we appreciate it. Lynn, if you don't now, also, Lynn supports everybody, but she's very supportive with the hard of hearing or deaf community. And if you ever want to call up Lynn, she will tell you things that she explained to me the last few days that I never knew. And my grandfather was deaf. So I appreciate everything you've taught me, Lynn, and I can't wait to see you explode, not only with your team you're growing and the deaf community, and blow it up to the world. So thank you, Lynn.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for all you do for our community.
I just make you laugh. That's easy.
That's you. Definitely do that. Thank you.
All right, I got to bring out another one. Kurt Eddy. Where's Kurt Eddy? I'm calling you out, Kurt.
Here, I'm eating dinner. So can you look at my picture? Do I have to bring myself up?
No, eat your dinner. Just don't talk with your mouth full.
I'm just finishing up. What was the question you asked? Because I left the room.
What's for dinner? That's the question. What's for dinner?
Scrambled eggs and mushrooms so far.
Okay. Kurt,
that's what I cooked up. Anyways, I just got home from work. I'm one of those ones that needs to still pay the bills, which all of us do. But I come from a situation where maybe there's a little extra debt I have because I raised 6 children, and so I have that situation, and then I have 18 grandkids. So I'd like to see my children not have to do what I have had to do, work hard all my life. I have a labor type job. At the present time, I go out and clean carpets and upholstery. I also have a water damage business where I do a little small water damage stuff. But the reason why I got OnPassive is I have an entrepreneur spirit in the first place. I always have. And how I was brought in is interesting. I was just online looking for something to do online to supplement my income. And I just was one of those ones that heard Ash Mafara speak, one of those old videos. And I just, it was a link from somebody I don't even know. I've tried to get him involved, and he seems to not understand what he got involved in. So anyways, I don't know what you'd like to know. Do you have a question for me? Something you'd like me to share?
Well, I would like to share that eggs with you, but I guess I'm a little far away from you. No, Kurt, I just wanted to hear you talk because I know you're a busy man. And when I see you on here, I want you to tell me what you're eating for dinner every time. That's all.
Well, that's what I'm eating for dinner. And I have bought founderships or a founder for each one of my children and my brothers and sister. And I tend to pay their way in. I've spoke to each one of them about it, but they don't have the same spirit as I do for it. But I'm sure once the apples start rolling in, they will get involved quite quickly. And so I've done that. And there's a few other friends and others that I've bought. So I've worked hard to save my money to be able to do that. So I won't. That's what I've done. And I attend these webinars. Generally, I'll watch them later, or I'll just jump in. A lot of times it's late. But anyways, it's good to be here. I'm excited for the next step and the journey that I've been on. I've been in since November of 2019.
Thank you. Kurt, go back to eating your eggs. I love you to death. Thank you for getting your children in. And the next webinar, the question is going to be, why did you get your children? We'll talk about that next time. Go eat your
That
eggs.
sounds good. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Nice to see you, Kurt. Hey, David Russell. David Russell, I'm calling you out. I don't want to know what you're eating for dinner, David. Where are you at?
Hey, yeah, I just finished dinner. Big old taco salad.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I got in way back in 2018 in August 9th. So I'm one of the whiskered ones around here. But yeah, I heard about it from a friend online, and I watched the 2 videos that, or listened, I guess it was, that Ash had created, and I saw his vision immediately, and I jumped on it like a chicken on a bug. And I mean, there's nothing out there like this. I've been around the block a few times like you guys have, and there ain't nothing like it. Everybody's scrambling and struggling, trying to make something, but it doesn't really happen. And this is where it's at. And like everybody else, I'm looking forward to being able to help a lot of people, because it's not going to take too much to fill our pockets. And it's just going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to being able to meet anybody that has a need and be able to help them, and not worry about, where's that come from? But when you know that whatever you give away, there's more where that came from, that's a good feeling. And I'm looking forward to that. The main reason was my goal was to make about 10 times my retirement income and increase every month, which is what's going to happen here, and way over 10 times. And that's retirement income is going to be, worthless actually by then. And I've got friends and family like some of you that have, I'm bought positions for, as well as a few different ones for myself. But I haven't got one member that was an old friend that had got cancer and went on disability and getting a pitiful amount from the state, and they won't even let them make any extra money to subsidize it, or they'll cut them off. So I just told them, okay, I'm just going to open an account for you, and I'm going to wait till it's making about $4 grand a month, and then I'll turn it over to you, and you can tell them to pound sand.
Yes.
So and she was like crying, so I can't believe anybody do this for me. But there's people like that, they're stuck. They get, they can barely get by, but they're not allowed to make any more money unless they just make enough to just totally, give the thumb to the state. But so anyway, things like this I'm excited to do. So that's where I'm at. Back to you.
Well, David, appreciate that. You know what you're talking about, what Narelle was talking about. This is definitely going to balance. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. Here's a scale. All right, those people you're just talking about with the disabilities, who they only allow them to make so much they can't even go out and earn. All right, OnPassive is going to do this, and it's gonna create a better balance for people. And here's my prayer. I pray that they can give all the government back that little bit of money they gave them, because it didn't do nothing for them but a little bit. And OnPassive is definitely going to change that. And I'm very excited about that part, because I have a lot of friends that are either disabled or they just can't work because of a disability. My God, I can't wait for that, David. So thank you for sharing that. I do appreciate it. David, one more question. When you first joined to now, has your mind gone crazy for 3 years from what it was to what it is now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty big thing then, but of course, the more you listen to Ash and the more it grows and the more it's evolved, it's like it's become, the magnitude has just grown so much. Where we know that we're standing on the biggest pot of gold you can imagine. And as far as taking care of our own families and doing what we needed to do for years, but as well as everybody around us and different charities and ministries worldwide that are going to get massive changes in their operations because of what's happening here with us.
That's great, David. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Kathy Lee, we cannot get Virginia. Marty's trying to. All right, so we can't. We can't get her in.
She's on her phone. She's having a heck of a time. I got to work with her on her stuff to get her into these. She needs to fix her computer.
Here's what we'll do, Kathy. Hey, Virginia, we love you. This is recorded. When we get it done.
Here.
Oh, hey, Virginia, guess what? You're all set. You don't even need to be here. You don't have to do nothing in the passive. Hey, look at you. You can eat dinner, and we don't even have to see it. So, Virginia,
talk though. She'll have her chance.
We'll get you in. All right, I want to call another lady out. Boy, I'm going to surprise her. Joyce, come on, Joyce. You know I'm talking about you.
Yes, you really surprised me. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am so excited, and I just love OnPassive, and thank you, Chris. I'm lost for words most of the time because OnPassive has just really changed my life, and it's just been so great. I've just met so many people, wonderful. I mean, you guys are family, and I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. I've been in online and doing MLM and network marketing for many years. And, I'm one of those people, as they say on the presentation, that you joined and you made a little money, then you do something, it's a money pit, and then you bring people in and they don't make money. So I just got really fed up with it, and was just kind of like in a place where I'm like, I'm done with this. And one day I was praying, I was just telling God, I know that there's something better. There's something that has to be out there that can do something, that does everything for you. Where is this place? Where is this business? And I know it was there, but I was praying about it. And I ran across Fred's page, and I saw this video, same thing, of Ash. I'm like, what the heck is this? I watched it and I was all in. I said, Fred, what are you doing? Whatever you're doing, sign me up. And so he sent me his link, and you guys, if you are on the fence, this is the best decision that I've made in my, one of the best in my life. It's like, it has just been so amazing just watching Ash and what he does. And every time I hear him, I just get so excited. And just being plugged in, that's one of the things, staying plugged in, just knowing what's going on, and just making yourself available to know what's out there. And I tell you, OnPassive is, I just know that once we launch, it's just going to be, so amazing. And to be able to help so many people, and that's just my heart, is like to help people that I know that need this, so many people that need this. And I just appreciate, the time to speak and just to be a part of OnPassive. And it's just amazing. If you're on the fence, get off the fence and jump in. Like you said, you don't have to know everything, just get in. That's it. If you're in, you will win. So I just appreciate it. I love OnPassive and love you guys. And I'm just so excited about it. Thank you, Chris, for surprising me and calling me out. But just can't wait to meet everyone in person. So yes, thank you again.
Here, I'm going to say Joyce Sick is like David Switzer. Never has nothing to say, but oh my God, you just said some pretty amazing things. So Joyce, I appreciate all you're doing. And you are also an angel. You know that. Okay, I'm going to pick on someone different. I'm going to pick another lady. And well, you know what? Let's see. Are you ready? Yvonne Muckett, since the other Aussie girl, come on, I'll give us 2 minutes of what you got, girl.
Hi everybody. It's so good to be on here. Yay. Well done, Narelle. You do us proud in Aussie. I actually joined in June 2019. And Colin O'Brien actually, I was doing a presentation, I was doing a product launch actually at a cafe with my ketones, and it's a business I'd only been in for about 6 months, and I was so excited about it and sharing all the benefits. And my friend came for a coffee at the cafe, and in the break he said, Yvonne, you need to be doing this business I'm in. It's going to do it all for you. I said, Colin, stop. I said, I'm in a business, I've just started, I can't concentrate on anything else. And I said, this is the last business I'm going to do. I won't be doing anything else. I've only been in one company for 20 odd years. They let me down. And so this is it. And I'm doing really well. Leave it alone. He said, join me on Facebook. I said, okay. And you know what? I had a friend there who was my upline in my business. And she goes, leave it alone. Don't go there. I've seen this all before. And I went, okay. So I ignored him. Then I took my products to a business, and he sat me in the office and he said, you need this, Yvonne. And he went through this, what I assume was OnPassive. I didn't know at the time. I was so excited about it. I went straight back to my friend and said, my God, you need to come and see this man. I said, he's told me about this company. It's going to help the world. It's going to help everybody. And she goes, nah. And I went, oh. So then I went to Carol, who's in our business, in my business as well. And I just said, you got to do this. And she goes, oh, it sounds like I'm already in that company. And I said, who with? And she said, Colin. I went, oh my gosh. Is this what he wanted to tell me about 3 months ago? I was like, oh my God, sign me up right now. And literally, I was standing at the driveway talking to her, and I signed up straight away. And then I went and told my other friend who I originally said, and she said, no, Yvonne, well, do you know what? I signed her up. I was so excited about it. She signed up under me, but you know what? She won't sign her NDA. She's the only one in all my people that won't sign, because she said, I've seen it before, it's not going to happen. I said, well, you lose out. Can I buy your position? She won't let it go. She's going to wait until it launches. Anyway, since I've been in, I haven't been doing my other business. It's still running in the background, but my whole life is OnPassive. Everything about OnPassive resonates with me. The love of it, the family, just everything. I can't get enough. I know I'm not always on here, but I talk it every day. I try and do it every day. I love it. I love the people. I love you, Chris, Marty, everybody on here, Narelle. You're amazing. And I can't wait to see everybody. So if you are sitting on the fence, if you're here as a guest, you've just got to get in, because it is the best business you will ever have. And it is the last business. I'm not worried about anything else. This is it. And I've had my own business all my life. So, and it's been a hard work, I can tell you. And I love everything I do. So this is it. Love it. Thanks.
Way to go, Yvonne. And Yvonne and Narelle also are, of course, part of Team Australia, but they also broke out their own Facebook group called the Aussie Girls. I have been a huge follower of these two ladies. I don't know, it's been a couple months now. When they reached out to me and told them that, I was learning Australia and New Zealand was the last two countries to get involved with this. And because of the hour difference, we're 12 hours apart. I said, listen, I'd like to come on and see if I can help out. And I don't know that I've helped out, but I think I've made a heck of a lot of friends. And, they don't get it. I'm trying to make really good friends with people all over the world. Because, man, I don't want to pay for hotels. I want to sleep at their houses as I'm doing all this traveling. So hopefully that works out good for me. But thanks again, Yvonne.
No, that's okay, Chris. We really do appreciate everything that you've done. And you really have brought, so much to us. So we really do. And you know what? Aussies and the Kiwis, they just really don't seem to understand what's going on. They really don't. They don't want to. They're just closed. So, but we'll keep doing it.
Don't worry,
Thank
Yvonne.
you.
Don't worry, Yvonne. They will.
Not all of us.
They will.
Not all of us. Some of us believe in it.
There you go, Brian. That's all that matters, buddy. Brian's got it.
Yeah, I know,
Hey,
Byron.
Hey, it's Byron.
Byron. You know that, hey, that's
Byron, sorry, Byron.
Byron, come on
That's
out.
all right, mate, no worries.
Byron.
Chris told me your name wrong.
Oh, I did. All right, let's go with Byron. I'm gonna let ladies always go first. I'm gonna let Kathy go, and then you think about what you want to tear up Marty on, and we'll get you next, buddy. We'll call him Murdy. Hey, Murdy. Kathy, go ahead.
I want to talk to Narelle and Yvonne. I know that Virginia is not on. She's and I have been knowing each other for a while. But anyway, she lives in Australia and in Sydney, and she has quite a few people that want to get into OnPassive. So I'm going to direct her to you guys, and we'll be on the webinar Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday morning? Yeah, Wednesday morning. Okay. So yeah, she's got a lot of people. So thank you.
Yeah, it's our 5:30 a.m.
That's
Kathy.
that's
And there's
5:30 Perth, 7:30
I'll be
Australian
there.
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay,
Thank you, Kathy. We're help.
Hey, wait a minute. Keith's got my shovel.
Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. We just want to help everybody in Australia. We don't step over anyone. We're just there to help. So send them along. We'll help them as much as we can. So thank you.
Thank you, Noel. Kathy, I think I got your friend in. I thought I clicked on her and she moved in. So double check that for me. Why we're gonna let Byron, that's Byron Marty, not Brian Wood. So Byron, do you have anything you want to say to Marty?
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Even though Ash picks on him about the size of him, but anyway, we all love him, and he helps everybody that he can, and that's the main part of the game. We're here to help each other.
Thank you very much.
I think Marty just
you know what?
paid him.
You know what, Brian? For that reason, I'm going to call your correct name, Byron. Okay. Sorry
Fair
about
enough.
that. Yeah, I knew it was right, but Chris kept texting me saying it was Brian. I don't know why.
But anyway, no, I got in a little bit early. I think the 7th of June 18, I got in. I think that was near the start of it, but I've enjoyed the travel, and I think positive of it. Like I've bought a position for one person in each of my family, and my sons and all that, and a lot of them don't believe me, and like a lot of people, they just don't see the other side of the fence, and I bought a couple of positions for charities, and I've got 7, I think it is, extra positions for people that later on that need them, and I'm quite happy with it. It's it's a blessing for everybody, especially Africa and Indonesia, Philippines, and all those places that are really struggling and on low incomes. It's going to be a blessing to them. And no matter what they do, as long as they join or someone gives them a position, that'll make the world a better place for all of us. Anyway, that's all I've got to say.
Byron, that was wonderful, buddy. I appreciate it. I'll never call you Brian. I know Murdy will, but Byron, you're the you know what, me and Marty, we go at it every day. We have a lot of fun. He knows I give him 100% respect, but I still like having fun with him that way. So, and we only do it so you guys can laugh. We actually are like buddies. We hang out every day. We go get ice cream together. Yeah, right. Anyway, but hey, look at who we found. I drug her in. Her name is Virginia. Oh my God, we've been waiting for you all night, Virginia. I sure hope your microphone works. Go ahead, Virginia.
Hello, everyone. Hello from the land down under. It's great to be here. I am very happy to have joined Go Founders. Kathy kept on prompting me. I was on the fence, but I thought, I've got to give this a go. So here I am, and I'm so glad that I did, because I have spent 13 months in hospital after being very badly injured. I was doing online trading in binary options. I was doing really well, and a bad call by an analyst cost me my whole portfolio. So I'm starting from scratch. And this is going to be absolutely great, because I'll be able to help other people, my kids, and other people who are not so fortunate as I am. I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones because I'm here. And there are people in Africa that need help. So I'm going to be helping as many people as I can. But first of all, I need to build myself back again, recoup what I lost. But I'm going to work really hard because I believe in this. I think this is the most wonderful opportunity. And so if anyone's still deciding whether they should or shouldn't join, come on, guys, get in, hop off the fence and do it, because this is going to be a fabulous ride. And I'm really looking forward to it. And meeting all of you guys, you know, sometime maybe this year or next year, I'll be over in the States, and I would absolutely love to come and say hello. So, you know, I just want to meet everybody. I'm a real people person. I'm a registered nurse. I'm doing community work at the moment. So I'll be helping whoever I can. But wow, I'm blown away by OnPassive. It's going to be fantastic. Yes, so.
Thank you. That was wonderful. That's what I want to hear, folks. I want to hear nothing but giving, giving, giving. I don't want to hear about taking, 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 because everything that's going to be given to us is a blessing. And what Virginia's talking about is like everyone else talks about on here. We are blessed with something amazing. And the only way to make that even more amazing is to gift people all over the world that need help. And every country needs help with everything. So I will say this. I was watching the news, which I don't really do that much. One of our, I think, Amandi, if you've seen that, they murdered the president in Haiti today. Why? This is kind of the stuff I think OnPassive is going to change. Poor people, middle class, rich people, sooner or later, we all got to get along. We all got to help each other out. And I really believe that's what OnPassive is going to do. OnPassive is definitely going to fill in the gaps where, you know, just to learn how to teach us all how to respect each other for who we are and what we are, and stop hating for stupid reasons like color, religion. You know, I love every one of you. And I'm sure glad I got to know every one of you. But to me, the world's gone crazy, and OnPassive right now is the safest place to be. And together, we're all going to make a lot of changes. So, Kathy, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Just about Haiti, I too was aware of that tonight, and his wife is actually, they airlifted her to Miami. She's still alive, and she's in a hospital in Miami. So pray for her, please.
Yeah, I always say my prayers for everybody, no matter what. And I think it's an amazing thing because every one of you, you know, we never would have met if it wasn't for OnPassive. I never would have this beautiful Australian hat that Narelle and Yvonne sent me. I'd never known about Kevin Rutledge's, his main thing is to make sure everyone's got fresh water. I would have never met Lynn Nakamoto. And she explained to me about, you know, educated me on people that were deaf. It's an amazing thing in here. We're all learning. We're making money right now, but it's just not a currency. It's just called love and peace. And we're filling these massive gaps that are in this world right now. And I'm not even talking about the corona. I'm just talking about a lot of the bad things that are going on in the world. We don't need that. We're going to fix that. I can promise you that with my heart and all your hearts, we can do a lot of good. So keep that in thought. William DeLorme, you have your hand up. Go ahead, William.
Yes, I was listening to the presentation about the crowdfunding. Uh, That was very good. Right now, we know in past history, we've never had that, but we do have the opportunity now to heal the world. And any endeavor that comes along, what I mean by that is that there's disasters, the world really needs healing. So we're part of that. And uh, the more people that are part of healing the world, it will happen in a different way. So keep on thinking of healing the world. It's coming through OnPassive.
Thank you, William. You're absolutely correct, buddy. I hope you're doing good. It looks like you're staying healthy, ready to jump out of that seatbelt pretty soon, I believe. We're gonna watch you dancing down the street.
OnPassive gonna buy me a mountain bike.
There you go. We're waiting for it. I got a mountain bike. I'll go riding with you, man. Can't wait for that. But I'm gonna call out two people here. Doctor, where's the doctor at? He's one of my favorites. Where's the doctor? Doctor, you know what, Doc, you hold on. I want to call out, boy, she's gonna really get mad at me. Robin Noble, if you're here and you're able to talk, can you please unmute yourself? And Dr. Dieter, get ready.
Oh, I can talk, Chris. I can talk. First of all, I am loving this new position you have as host for a webinar. And what an amazing webinar this is this evening. So a big round of applause to Chris, who is not doing a live right now. This is the other side of Chris, the down under side. Well done. Kudos to you. OnPassive. It is a dream come true. It is a step that creates fear in some people because they don't know what it is and they cannot trust themselves enough to just jump in. It is going to be the savior for many, many people in terms of financial recovery, in terms of finding themselves again, finding their voice again, and being able to move forward. It is also being directed by a man who has the biggest heart and the biggest mission in life since Mother Teresa, since a few other very, very wise, intelligent human beings have walked this earth, in terms of wanting to make such a big difference in humanity around the world. And founders seen and felt this started back in the 80s. They know that this is going to be different. People who are still working, who have work, who've had careers that they enjoy, and they see this as an extra stream of income. There are others, like David mentioned earlier, who are seeing this to recover finances and to rebuild their financial stability, either from jobs that were lost, from illnesses, from other things that have happened. And there are people who have come to this as a hope to be able to make a better life for themselves. Many of you have heard my story in that I did have an amazing career working on cruise ships. And I did that for 20 years. I met people from all around the world, and I reached out to them and I actually sat and talked to them, the wealthy, the poverty, countries that many, many people will never ever visit for various reasons, political, fear, war-torn, and that sort of thing. I was hired by cruise lines because I had been to countries that they wanted to go to and nobody else had been to. I was fortunate. I spoke 8 languages. I was able to read people and understand people's hearts. And I resonated and connected with people on that level. When something terrible happens and changes your world, one loses self-confidence. One loses one's soul sometimes. One loses one's ability to come forward and shine in the natural way that many.
You muted yourself, Robin.
Oops. Hello? Sorry, and can you hear me now? Thank you. When something happens and it changes one's life, and the fear and the loss of self that one experiences can sometimes be so debilitating that this is an additional invisible disability that people are not aware of. Oh, this has been such a wonderful high webinar. And I'm trying to keep it at that level with what I'm saying, to encourage people and for them to realize and understand that OnPassive is a safe place to be. I reached a high in the cruise industry, as many people have done in their different industries of work and what they have done. And with an accident that totally destroyed my life and the lives of my family, I went into hiding. Literally.
Robin, you muted yourself again, or if you want to take a break, that's okay.
Sorry. I went into hiding after the accident. And I have been criticized by many within OnPassive, as well as in the world that I've traveled through these past 17 years, for not showing my face. The scars, physical, emotional, are still there, and I see them. Other people can see them. And it's not a case of being vain. It's not a case of being proud. It's a case of finding a new acceptance. Through some very dear friends in OnPassive, through some people who have encouraged me, given me a kick in the butt when needed, with their patience, have enabled me to find the voice that I had shut down. And I'm so grateful, because to be able to talk about OnPassive from the heart gives me as much joy as what I was able to talk about when I worked on the cruise ships, and being able to introduce people from around the world to the cultures and the countries that we were going to visit. So for anybody who's a guest on here and who doesn't fully understand the depth of what OnPassive can do for somebody, the financial aspect is a done deal. But it is also going to help you find who you are. It's going to help you bring to the surface your innate being of kindness and selflessness and wanting to help to make the world a better place. And that's the gem, that's the kernel of OnPassive. It makes you wake yourself up again. It makes you wake up, and it makes you find these amazing people that are all connected together through Ash's vision, come together and want to do more and want to help everybody. The amazing founders on here, the community of people who support each other through these webinars is fantastic. It's phenomenal. And I'm so grateful to be included in all of this as well. I'm very, very excited because Bill Must released a short video earlier this evening about a cruise ship and about OnPassive coming. I actually worked on the cruise ship featured in that short video, the Gemini. So I just want you to know that there is truth, and I did dream OnPassive into being, and I've had proof of that again with 2 situations that have occurred in the last couple of days, with things that have dropped, supposedly just dropped from somewhere into my lap with information, and with friendships that were rekindled and opened up again. So let your heart open with this, continue to dream big, and just know that we will have the opportunity to meet and to give each other the hugs that we so richly deserve and want to share with each other. And we will be able to make the changes in this world, the beautiful positive changes that we want to help people with and enhance everything about what is good in our world. It is going to happen, and much sooner than we think. Thank you for letting me talk. I apologize for the emotion that still comes up. These are the days counting down to the 17th anniversary of my being alive from the accident. So a lot of things surface at this time, a lot of emotions of all sorts of things, including additional PTSD and other invisible stresses that many people are not aware of. So thank you, everybody. And just know that I'm so grateful to all of you. Good night.
Thank you, Robin. If you don't know Robin, you're going to hear a lot of her. Like she says, she worked, man, Robin, you always do this to me. I love her for that, though. Robin's story is an amazing story. I have many, many talks with Robin almost daily. Her and Marty is the one keeping me up till 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the truth. That's why I don't sleep. But Robin, I'm one of those people that kick her in the butt because I love her. And I let Robin know that, you know, my father used to say everything happens for a reason. And a lot of those reasons are for strength. And, you know, I don't wish anything upon anyone, bad accidents, stuff like that. But Robin, I'm here to let you know that you are still the cruise ship director, but you're the captain of the cruise ship of OnPassive directors. And I guarantee you're going to be blown away what Robin Noble is going to do in the near future. I got a big heart for Robin. She knows that. And she really is an amazing lady. And don't you worry. Robin has a lot of things. She's real critical on herself. And I tell her that she shouldn't be. She's a beautiful lady. You've all seen a picture. We got her as a drummer in the Rock Star. She's a beautiful woman, but she does have a lot of emotional, you know, how to say it, you know, it's hard to forget something like that. But we, every day, myself, Marty, and I know a bunch of other people, tell her what I want. I don't ever have to see Robin my entire life because I know her heart. I know that voice. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to hear that voice a lot in OnPassive. But Robin, once again, thank you for sharing that story. You know, I love you to death. Bruce Gerstein, if you want to follow that, you go right ahead, buddy. You go right ahead.
I'm not scared of nothing. Thank you so much, Robin. I want you to know you are loved, appreciated, respected, and very much appreciated by everybody here for everything that you do. And I want to say, Narelle, good on you, mate. You were so spot on with everything, and you were so fluid. And even when you slipped up, you just went right back into it, and you went off script, and that was great because you added your essence to it all, and it was just natural and flowing. And like Robin said, this is a very, very excellent after the meeting. And where I come from, so if it's a meeting after the meeting, that's the most important meeting. This is where you get to know people better. But you know, I come from a background of music and film, and I was very good in both of those, and I excelled a lot. I got into drugs because that's what happens, and I lost a lot of things. In the end, I got very, very ill, and I got disabled, malnourished, and anemic, and I couldn't work anymore as much as I wanted to. Until my therapist said, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And that's what made me stop. But then I wondered, now what am I going to do? And because I was so ill, my nutritionist turned me on to supplements, and I got into that and got more and more into that. But it was never my forte. It was never what I loved doing. And in all the network marketing I've done, I've loved some of the products, but every one of them was MLM. Was like maintaining lots of merchandise. You always end up getting more than you need because you don't want to lose your spot. You don't want to lose your line and all that stuff. And I finally said, I'm going to just get what I need for me. I can hold a position somewhere, but I'll just get what I need for me. And if somebody wants to have some help in that area, I'll let them know what works for me because I still take nutritionals and I need to do that. One thing I said to myself years ago when I started having a difficulty walking and I was coughing hard and I was supposed to speak in East Africa. And I said, I can't go because I'm coughing too much and I can't do that. And I said, well, what's going to happen if you don't go? Is your cough going to go away? No. You're going to cough there. So I decided, there's an old expression I heard and I always say it now. Never let your disability become your handicap. And I don't let that happen. I went to Orlando and as I was coming out of my garage, the door was open and my knees buckled and I couldn't get up. My neighbor came out and two men came and helped me to my car. And then I drove all the way to Orlando because I was determined to go see friends there. So I was at a meeting with 2,800 people. And in there, one of my friends came up to me and I told her a little bit about this. And yesterday, I had her get on, a call. And she called me and said, Bruce, you got to be kidding me. I thought she was angry about something. She said, and all the things that you always showed me and all the things that you've been frustrated about yourself, you finally hit something that really resonated with me. And she got very excited and she came aboard yesterday. So it's very good to know that if you let people know something and you don't push it on them until they have to do something, just let them know you have something you'd like them to look at. If they'd be open to look, find out what it is they're looking for in their life. What it is they don't have that they would not want to get. And if you believe there's something here you can give to them, you let them have it. Happy birthday, by the way, Tony, and happy birthday, Bajema, and anybody else that had birthday. But what I find more and more is that, everybody here has a wonderful personality. We've got the Joker, Chris, who has a heart of gold, and you got Tony, who's really, in my mind, he comes from a spiritual place, and that's where he seeks. And Kathy is a heart of gold, and Marty is this big lunk who knows how to organize and really do a lot of great things for a lot of great people. And everybody here has wonderful traits. And Cedric, we know, is a great entertainer. And, there's many things that are great, passive. But, when I got disabled, one thing about having a disability, people were talking about when you get disabled and you go on Medicare and Medicaid, it's a luck. It's like putting yourself on welfare, and it's a locked position, like the box that you get stuck in an addiction. You can't get out of fear. But what I know about OnPassive is that when people walk through their fear and they say there comes a time where it doesn't matter how much you're going to lose from the government because what you're going to get from OnPassive and what you're going to give to other people through OnPassive far surpasses what you might lose. I've gone to Thailand a lot of times for medical help, and you pay less doing the medical stuff in Thailand than the costing is the deductibles here. And the healthcare is so much better. So there's so many places in the world when the box opens up. I always say when one door closes, it's not another door that opens. The walls come down, and the walls come down for me to see all the possibilities that my God has for me to look at. And if I stay open to that, which I do with OnPassive, I got to tell you, I have no idea who introduced me to OnPassive. I just know I got on a webinar and I said, what is this? This is 3 hours of a webinar. This won't work. How can you do a presentation for 3 hours? And I said, I can't do this because I was in that mood of MLM network marketing. And I had to remember, you have to change your view on things. You have to have your mind change and become open to other ways of doing things and not be in a rush to have everything done. Be patient with myself, be patient with other people, give love, give kindness, give generosity of time. And then one thing I realized, I was coming back and I did this treatment on the way home with the woman who gets this treatment called Watsu, which is a special water therapy. And I'm telling this to her because she's got things going on with her. And I said, maybe I could help you with this, and you could help me with my Watsu. And I realized, a lot of times the way we can help people is through bartering, rather than just thinking, get somebody to pay for something, get something to exchange with you. Because things can be exchanged other than money to help other people get started. There's many people in East Africa who have no money, and they're afraid to spend anything on anything other than cigarettes and liquor and their babies. But somehow there's got to be a way to help them. That's my intention is to really help the people in the world that are looking for a way out of the box that they're stuck in economically, medically, physically, and let them have hope in their life. Let them find joy in their life. And, I know there's a lot of people here from Florida that are on the line today too. So, it'll be nice to see us all in the Florida chat on Sunday. But anyway, I want to tell you all, I love you all very much. And there's the other old song, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. Ain't no stop. I can't sing anymore because of my throat. But I know that nothing stops me from getting out and going places just because I don't walk well. So I get in the car, I drive well, I sit well, and when I get somewhere, I get a scooter. And I got the scooter when I went to Orlando. It was like turbocharged. It's like it was faster than I could handle almost. I had to turn it down all the time. Anyway, I'm a happy camper, no matter how I look at it. I get to know Chris better. Once in a while, I should call out to you guys more, and let you all know what my WhatsApp number is if you're in places like Aussie and Singapore and wherever you are, where we don't have American numbers. Because this thing is huge, and it's nice that we have Skype. It's nice that we have Zoom for now, but one day we're going to have OConnect. And OConnect is going to really take it over the top, as will ONet. Anyway, Marty, I want to tell you I love you for everything you do for all of us. You're our ultimate leader. And Chris, you're stepping up to the plate great. And David, I know you're going to do some stuff later on. And all of you are great, all of you. And I just want you all to know one thing that I always tell myself, and I say it to all you squares and all these boxes. Every one of you squares are God's greatest miracle. So,
thank you, Bruce.
Thanks.
Brucey, thank you very much for those Hey, thanks for sharing some things I didn't know about you, Bruce. I appreciate it. That's what OnPassive does, folks. It literally takes your heart, pulls it out of your chest, it remolds it, and you automatically start becoming this beautiful person. And if you think I'm lying, I'm not. I've seen a lot of people completely do a lot of turning around and change for the better. So I'm loving that. But okay, guys, I've got Virginia and Tony, and then I would like to call out Dr. Derek if he's still on there. And it is going on to 11 o'clock at night here. You let me know. I asked Marty how long you want to run this. He said it's up to me. You guys let me know if you got to go to work or go to bed. Go get to bed. Marty won't let me sleep. So, but you guys let me know. But I would like to hear Virginia again. Tony, you're on deck, and then Dr. Derek will be after Tony. So Virginia, go ahead. Virginia, unmute yourself, sweetie. There you go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Now, when I was introducing myself and my story, I was in a terrible accident 4 years ago, and I can relate to what Robin said. What she said is so true. I was told that I would probably never walk again because my knees had been totally eaten away. It had been eroded. And I was always having these terrible falls, breaking my bones. As I said, I spent 13 months in hospital. And in the end, I was just so over myself because I didn't know if I ever would walk again. And my son said, Mum, why don't we just buy a wheelchair and be done with it? And I said, no, I'm not going to spend another 20 or 30 years in a wheelchair. So this absolutely wonderful doctor, he operated on my knees, and thanks to 2 families who lost a loved one in an accident, I now have donor kneecaps and tendons. And I have designed a fully portable, self-contained shower, which in about 3 weeks' time, I'm going to talk with an engineer about getting these produced. And the money I receive that I can make from OnPassive, I want to get these showers produced or out and running so I can give them to people who are less fortunate, people in third world countries. But when I was told I would never walk again, I was so scared. I didn't know what lay ahead of me. And I cried so many days after 13 months in hospital. And I also, in the accident, shattered my upper arm. That took many hours of surgery. And I was told I would lose the strength in my right hand, which is happening. And it's so frustrating. But I'm not going to let this beat me because I know that OnPassive, I'm in the right place with a wonderful family. And I'm going to so enjoy this. But just the fear, the absolute and utter desperation of being told you will never walk again. And so I was determined to prove everybody wrong. And I did, but it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to do it, and 6 major surgeries. And in 2019, I died after surgery. And I was up at the gates of heaven. And my grandmother said, Virginia, you have to go back. You can't come in now. You are needed on earth. And I know why now. This is my mission. But I had to die to realize it. And it was, I would love to talk about this sometime because it's the most amazing experience. And to everyone listening, death is painless. And it's a wonderful journey to make it to the gates of heaven. I wanted to go in because I've lost my parents. I've lost my brother, I've lost a husband, and I lost my childhood friend. They were all up there waiting. But one day I'll get there. But wow, going up to heaven is the most, I can't explain it. I'm lost for words. But one day, as I said, I would love to, when I've worked it out, I would love to try and explain it. And Robin is amazing and inspirational. So thank you everybody for listening. I just wanted to add that to my story because that's what, when Kathy asked me to join OnPassive, I had to think about it, but I thought, why was I sent back? And that's why, to help other people. And that's what I want to do. So that's my mission, is to help other people. But first of all, to do that, I need to recoup what was taken from me by an analyst who made a terrible call. Otherwise, I would have been helping people long before now. So I'm going to do it. And I'm walking again. I still have a way to go because my back's been smashed as well. So I'm up and walking. It hurts, but I might be down, but I'm never out. And I was walking today, I saw something really beautiful. It says, life is, oh, I've just got, sorry, think, life is not about the time you spend, it's about the life you make in your time.
That's beautiful.
And so that is something I pass every day, and I think that's so right.
Virginia, thank you for sharing that with us. Really appreciate it. Hey, look, I get to work with a real angel now. I'll be darned. I'm going to talk to Kathy. She'll send me your information. We're going to make you an OnPassive angel for real. But I now know I have a real angel flying with us on the OnPassive angel. So you get with Kathy. I do not have my pen here because I wasn't prepared for this, but
I have it. I have it. And Virginia will tell your story on Seaside Chat one night.
That'll work. And don't forget the Seaside Chat. I'm going to talk about it now since you brought it up. 8:30 Sunday, Jeffrey Morlock, I believe.
Jeffrey Morlock. And you're fasten your seatbelts if you were not at the Philippines, which you guys weren't because they maxed it out at 100. And I got in and I heard him and it was unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, Virginia, once again, thank you for sharing. Kathy, did you have, I got Tony. Key, did you want to? Okay, because I try to always let ladies go first. So Tony, and then Key and Dr. Derek, if you're still there, give me your hand, Derek.
Hey,
Tony.
Chris.
Yeah, Tim.
You know, I was at that gate that Virginia talks about. My mother, father, and grandparents all told me, it's not your time. Go back. 6 weeks in a coma. And that's the only thing I remember of that time. I believe that because of my health, the way I took care of myself, which wasn't always good, but I think that's why I'm here today. They didn't want me to join them at that time. It wasn't where I needed to be. And I don't know why, but here I am. and I met Viviana, and I've met Chris, Marty, many of you. There are too many names to mention. Tony, T. I could go on and on and on. There are many people that I have a bond with because of this wonderful experience called OnPassive. I can't wait for it to, as anybody else, we all are waiting for that launch. You don't have to hide behind it. We all want it to happen. We want it to happen yesterday because we know, because we believe it's going to be bigger than big. It's coming, and we're in for the ride of a lifetime. I'm so blessed to be here with you to enjoy this ride. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that for sharing. Man, you know what? I can't wait to get to that gate one day because I know God's going to look at me and say, oh, hell no, you go. So, but thank you for sharing, Tim. You know me, I like to, you guys get me with these stories and they're, they don't break my heart, but they make me think different about life. So I believe in laughing. So Tony Monk, you have your hand, then Key, and if Dr. Derek's still out there. So you go ahead, Tony. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Chris. God doesn't want you in heaven now because you're an angel here. He needs you here in heaven. I mean, on earth. Wow, what transpired here today was just amazing. OnPassive has become a therapeutic place to be. Really, it has. It's just absolutely amazing. Bruce, by the way, thank you so much for those beautiful, kind words that you said. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. A lot of people see it backwards and they think, oh, we're human beings having a spiritual experience. That it's the opposite. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And at the end of the day, we've all gone through our ups and downs in life, but a lot of us always either think of the past or the future, and that causes a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. The best place to try and practice is to be in the present moment, in the now present moment, because this is where it's happening, is right now. My story is pretty similar, but a little different. I go way back to the institution when mentally handicapped people were kept in the institutions, and we were transitioning over to group homes to get these people out of the mental institutions and integrate them into society, so society could learn from them and they could integrate and learn from society, with new skills and what have you. And I became a psychiatric nurse in the field and really helped out a lot. Brought some clients from the brink of complete depression to being very happy and playing, and it's always been in the group home settings. And then I went into the online space. Yeah, nurse going into the online space. And I thought I'd try it out back in the 90s, and I did. I did very well, actually. For a few years, I made multiple seven figures. And in 2008, I lost 3.8 million. So when we had the stock market crash, so I lost a hell of a lot of money. And I went into a depression. I was suicidal 3 times. So I know what it's like to be very depressed and very suicidal and don't want to live anymore. But thank God OnPassive came along, because seriously, there's so many beautiful people here with beautiful hearts. Robin, thank you so much for sharing your heart today. That was absolutely very touching, and you touched my soul. All of you did. And thank you so much, Virginia Dwight, as well, for your story. I also traded in options as well, options trading, did a lot of credit spread trading for many years and did very well in that. And I also had it's hard to explain what a near-death experience is, guys. I had a near-death experience in 1987. And what it was like is, it was like waking up for the first time. Okay, it's more real than being here physically in that realm. So that's the best way I can explain it in very short. But thank you so much for pouring your hearts out, everyone. This has been a fantastic moment for me, and I'm sure a lot of people as well, very touching. And I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for allowing me to be here to experience such amazing, amazing people. And we are therapeutic. OnPassive is a therapeutic place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony Monk. Once again, happy belated birthday now. And I'd also like to call Gemma Mason. I think it was either her birthday tomorrow or it's today. So Gemma, I apologize, but happy birthday, Gemma. I seen it on Facebook. It said it's your birthday. And if you see it on the internet, it's true. So happy birthday to you. Oh, Key Wendell.
Yeah, it was.
What was that, Gemma?
Yes, my yesterday. And thank you, Chris, for all the support and my upline repeaters here. I've been through a lot too, but it's hard to explain here now. Maybe one time. Thank you, guys, and nice meeting you all.
Thank you, Gemma.
God bless.
God bless you. Okay, Mr. Key Wendell, with the 5-finger hand slap up there. Go ahead.
Man, oh man, guys. Kind of heavy stuff. Tony, didn't know you were a nurse as well, and everybody else that's in healthcare. I had kind of a rough week last week, and I'm the guy that when people decide their time here on earth gets too hard to bear, I'm the guy that tries to stop you from getting to those gates and try to keep you here. Some of you know what I do, some of you don't. I'm not an undertaker, and Yvonne, I put that picture up for you actually because Marty was talking about, you were talking about people not getting in, but I know there's a lot of people here that probably have no clue what this shovel and hole in the ground is. And I did that, I don't know, a couple of months ago as a joke with Marty talking about.
Yeah, apparently it's still for Marty.
It was for Marty for people not getting OnPassive to go buy a shovel and dig a hole in the backyard and throw themselves in it. So that's what that's all about. And we started talking about near-death experiences and crossing over and all that. But yeah, anyway, I just want to, there's some new people here that are probably wondering who this sick individual is with a grave behind him. And that's, it was a parlay off that. But anyway, guys, heavy stuff. And yeah, it's all good. So, but anyway, just wanted to explain the background.
You know what, Key, now that you said that, that's kind of funny. Because I guess I would think the same thing if I didn't know what the heck that was. Yeah, that is a little morbid, pal, but that's okay. It's funny. We know.
Yeah, and that's Marty's doing. He was telling everybody to go. He was telling people that didn't get OnPassive that they were dead. Go dig a hole and put themselves in it. So go buy a shovel. And I found that GIF and put it up there. So, but you know what, guys? I don't think I'm gonna share it anymore. But anyway, everybody here is strong individuals. Everybody's been through stuff. I could share stuff with you that I'm not going to, because it's not good. But anyway, we're in the right place, right time, and have fun with this. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Key Wendell, and for all you do also, buddy. I can't imagine what you've gone through the last year, and I don't want to, but I do appreciate all you've done, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Okay, Dr. Derek Oh man, Dr. Derek had to fall asleep. I've been calling him out for an hour. Dr. Derek, you still on? Dr. Derek. I think he gave up on me, Marty. I lost one.
Yes, yes.
There you are. Doctor, I got this pain in my shoulder. Hey, talk about OnPassive, doctor. Give us a couple minutes of what you got, buddy.
Give me a minute.
You want a minute? Okay, Marty, tell a
Yeah,
joke.
I was just going to the restroom. Give me a minute, please.
Please don't turn your camera on. We've gone through this.
There you go.
Too much information.
Where's Bruce? Bruce, where you at? Oh man, don't get me started. Yes, people, we have had Janet Jackson difficulties, if you know what I mean. Kind of funny though. We're all grown up, and once in a while we need a good laugh, and boy did Bruce give us a very good laugh. All right, as we're waiting for Dr. Derek, who could tell me in 25 seconds or less why they joined OnPassive? Kathy Lee, go.
Well, I kicked and screamed, but I joined, and because I had been through the mill like Tony, and but it because of residual income. But we saw the vision with those two little videos. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them, but we had those two little videos made by Ash, and we watched them maybe 5 times, and we saw his vision, and that's why we're here, to give back. And I'm glad I stayed. I know I had to take a break for a little bit, but yes, it's the most therapeutic thing in the world. And I haven't told my story, but someday I will. And yeah, it saved my life actually, because I was ready to go. And it's given me, OnPassive has given me hope that I didn't have for the future. So yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Right on 25 seconds. Perfect, Kathy. Perfect. Thank you, Kathy, for that. Hey, Marty Garmo, I'm waiting for Dr. Derek to wash his hands. Marty, go ahead.
Yeah, I figure I'd give him some time because it could be number 2. Anyway, anyway, yeah, I've been looking for OnPassive for years. I didn't know that I was looking for a business where even when you do learn how to market, if you can't bring anybody with you, it's a horrible feeling. Absolutely. Just, I could not, I was going to quit. And then I don't think anything's an accident in life. And I bumped into Peter Rogers, and I knew him from a year before that, or 2 years before that, him and Red. And I wasn't even, I never usually look because people come to you, believe it or not. So, but I decided this time I'm going to go look, and I'm sure that was meant to be. And I found Peter, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he started telling me, and I didn't need to know a lot. I need to know, is it products everybody can use? Yes. Do people need any special skills? No. Can anyone in this planet make money? Yes. And the payment, can you make unlimited amount of money? Yes. Well, I went, wow, I'm in. So for 97, I jumped in. And then I said, I went back to Mike and Dan. Some of you know Mike and Dan. If you're in here, I know you do. I went back to Mike, Ellis, and Dan straight and told them what was up. And I said, I think we found something else because we were in something and all kinds of problems. And went back and told them, they got in. I really didn't give them too much of an option. But anyway, they got in. And I'm hearing birds keep chirping and stuff. I don't know what that is. It's not from me, so be quiet. It usually is, but it's not this time. Anyway, because I was looking at my bird and he ain't moving. He might even be dead. No, he's all right. But anyway, and afterwards I said, well, I want to meet the boss. I want to meet the guy that's running the shows. I went back to Red. Red, how do I meet this Ashley Fire guy? Because I never saw the videos. And he kind of laughed. Good luck on that. Oh, okay. So I went back to Mike and Dan and said, look, this guy's obviously busy building this massive whatever he's building. But he'll come to us if we make enough of a splash. And 4 months later, he did. He called me on the phone. This is Ashley Fire. I like what you guys are doing, blah, 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 blah. Real nice guy. I talked to him for about an hour. I got off the phone and went, man, is that guy freaking real? No kidding. I just went, I never met anybody like him. Either that he's really good at messing with people, because I can usually read people pretty well. So I went back to Dan and Mike and said, Ash called. Really? Yeah. What do you want? I talked to him about an hour. So what do you think? I said, I think he's different. And they said, what do you mean? I said, he talks about everybody else but himself. I'm like, damn. So we set up a meeting, me, Mike, and Dan, the three amigos, as Chris calls us, made up a checklist. We're going to ask some questions and find out who he is. That lasted about 32 seconds, and then he spun it around and started asking us questions, because his IQ was probably higher than all three of ours together. So he slapped us around like a puppet, and then next thing you know, he's interviewing us. But either way, I got to find out who he was, and from then on, I found out I really like this guy. It's not just about CEO. I respect him as a CEO because I've worked for many, many companies. I worked for travel the world, helping build plants and educating people on how to start the company we work for. And I never met anybody like him. And when people say, because that's why I'm passionate about OnPassive. The money's there. If you have 1/10 of what you think he's doing, you'll never worry about money again. No one here. If you're in, your life about money will be over. They're too big and they're involved in too much not to impact you drastically in your life. I mean, drastically. Because I am a probing hog, okay? I'm rooting all the time, trying to find out more. And the more I find out, the more I find out I didn't know. I'm blown away every week. Every week he does something else. I've called him really important question. By the time I get off the phone, I didn't ask him the question. I forgot what I called him for, and he blew me away again. So I'm going, okay, I'm not doing that again. I'm going to make sure I control the conversation. Ash, I got something I want to tell you. Yeah, but guess what? I'm like, damn it, he did it again. So anyway, finally get through, but he's this great guy, unbelievable. And I told this story 1,000 times. It just blew me away. I said, Ash, do you ever have time off? Now he works about 7 days a week, 10, 12, 15 hours a day. No doubt. At least for all the time I've known him. He said, yes, I had 4 hours off yesterday, the day before. I said, really? I was more fascinated with that now because I know he's a working maniac, right? So I said, well, what do you do on your day off? He went to Costco and filled up his car with food and water and gave it away to the poor. I was like, boy, he did it again, so I forgot what I was going to ask him. But that's the guy that's running this company, so everybody knows. So if you have a question about it, get that shovel that Key has. Get your neighbor to help you. Get the hole dug. When they jump in, he can bury it. No, I only said that. I did say that to somebody one time after they knew all the facts. But you don't have to defend this. You don't have to market it. You don't have to just share it. People deserve to hear it. And if they hear, they'll hear it. The people that hear it need to hear it. The people that don't, they're not founders anyway. Just get that in your head. Not everybody's a founder. I don't share. I have friends that I did not share this business with because they are not founders. And if you look around at almost 800,000 people, a person that's not a founder would never last here. They would not feel comfortable here. That's the difference. We surround ourselves with the same people. We're all got the same heart. And Ash started that. And he knows He's even amazed at what he has right now. I guarantee it. So if you're that person and this is something that goes, man, this is special, jump on. If it's not, get more information, but it may not be. And if anybody pressures you, it's not OnPassive, because there's no reason to pressure. I pressure no one. And there's people joining me every day. Every day. Sometimes 100 a day. Every day. Because there's a lot of people out there just like all of us that are looking for that thing. That thing is OnPassive. Guaranteed. And you'll know it when you get in. You heard it tonight. Look what happened tonight. This wasn't a script. Nobody knew who was going to say what. By the way, Chris, you did a really good job. We might have to change this to Chris Johnson webinar. Well, what else can you be a ringleader like this? Everybody loves you, man.
You know what?
And they don't care how big your head is. I know it.
They only came for Norel. They came for Norel.
Oh, well, she blew it away, yeah. But, yeah, okay, you and Norel show. How's that?
Hey, we're on 12-hour time difference.
She doesn't seem to care.
Whatever.
She's right there next to you in my squares. She's right to the left of you.
Did Marty just say that he don't ever pressure anybody?
I don't think I do.
Hey, man, I'm game for anything. I don't care. It don't matter to me as long as people are talking about that. But look, Dr. Derek
He should be clean and ready to go.
Dr. Derek with his nice washed hands, smiling. You look 30 pounds lighter. Wow. Go ahead, Dr. Derek.
Hey, Marty's just a fat rat in the cheese factory.
Oh, mercy. Pleasant day to everyone. It seems as if we have some night owls right here. We're not going to get some sleep. Oh, mercy. It's soon 12 o'clock midnight, you know, man. We're pumping the iron, man. We're pumping the iron. But just like myself here, I was just dealing with a few things on my side here. So yeah, sometimes I do, you know. But I was listening. You know, what's her name again? Oh mercy. Oh Lord.
Robin?
Norel. Norel, yes. Norel did a wonderful presentation. That was awesome. You know, oh man, it really rocked the entire internet, that presentation. And also Chris did a lovely presentation. We need to archive these presentations. I think we really need to archive these presentations on one whether website or YouTube channel or something. But all of these presentations really needs to be archives, so that, you know, we can just play, you know, Cedric. Oh mercy, I listened to him last week, Thursday, I think, and he rocked the boat. So I am on the quiet side, you know. I listen to you lovely people, you know, at all times, and you're so wonderful, you know. But OnPassive, I believe without, and this is something that I need to say. None of us really know the seriousness of this business. But I need to let you know that all of us as founders need to either seriously find a CPA or a person who is versed on accounting, get them in the OnPassive business so that, you know, they're not cheating you, and so that they can do your accounting, because this is going to be very serious. I believe that this is going to be very, very serious. And so we personally need to, I mean, personally speaking, I got my sister in. I actually paid for my sister. And so she's in. She's a wonderful accountant. She did it for she's doing it for years, still doing it at one of the prestigious news TV station, sorry, television station, and she's good. So that is who you know, I've always been doing my taxes and my everything. So seriously, we need to look at either CPA or accountant who is serious in accounting, to really handle our personal accounting, because we are going to make some very serious money. Some serious apples will be coming our way. And so we need to seriously think about that, because some of the questions that I have heard asked on each webinar is some serious accounting questions. And so people need to really seriously, personally consider getting either a CPA or a, you know, a well-versed accountant. And that's what I need to say. Thank you very much for allowing me, all the you know, all the founders on this continued webinar till midnight.
All right, Dr. Derek, thank you. I seriously believe you. You just owned up the word seriously, doctor. Thank you very much.
Yes. Seriously.
Doctor's been doing this for a long time.
Hey, Dr. Derek, Ash has your info, okay? I just want to let you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, I agree with Dr. Derek. I know maybe some of you are retired, or maybe you just like being at webinars. It is going on 11:30 my time. If there's no other questions, or if no one's got a hand up, we could probably close this out. It's up to you. So by the show of hands, okay, Yolanda, go ahead. There's a hand. Yolanda, go ahead.
All right. I put it in the chat. I put the question in the chat. I wanted to ask Marty, what exactly does he say to those 100 people a day to get them?
It's actually from my team. When I talk to somebody, I just say, I keep it really simple, believe it or not. I just tell them, actually, I ask them a question. Why aren't you in the business online? Oh, I don't want to market. I don't like advertise. I don't like calling people. I don't like the rejection. People think I'm nuts. Great. Here's the registration. This company covers all those bases. Pretty much that simple. I don't get in a lot of the detail until after they're in, because it just makes people confused. I keep it as simple as I can. But from what we did in the beginning, the foundation was built and people are coming in from other people on our team. So it happens all the time. But that'll happen with everybody here. By the way, somebody will be in everybody's team here that builds very big organizations. I mean, remember, none of what we call the gurus, there's some in here, but I mean, the gurus outside of OnPassive aren't in yet. They're coming. And when they do, they're going to be under somebody here. They're all going to be under a founder. You could bring in a whole company. You could bring in a whole university. That's all going to happen. That's why I say, when people are looking at what we have now, it makes me laugh, because what we have now, it hasn't started yet. Nothing has started yet. The company, when it kicks into gear, then you're going to see what happens. You're going to see the viral effect of what OnPassive's been doing for 3 years, because people are going to go to Google by the millions, going, what is OnPassive? That's why I say, when you do lives or you do anything and you start building your name, listen, Ash wants no credit for this. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Ash wants you to build Yolanda's business. Ash wants Bruce to build his. William, Chris, David, Viviana, Cedric, Byron, and Brian. I'm just kidding. but everybody to build their business, and he's going to help you do that. You have no idea what's about to come. You do not know. And that's a great thing, because it's only going to be better than what you think it is. I guarantee you. But yeah, we haven't even started yet. And don't worry about what you say to people. It's what I let people talk. I really do. I go to people because people come to me every day with a business. Every day. Instant message. Hey, how you doing? Good. Where do you live? Well, my bio tells you where I live. I don't say that. I go, I live in New Jersey. Yeah. Do you ever look at other ways to make money? No, not anymore. Why? I'm really happy with what I'm doing. Then there's a big pause. Now that's when they're waiting. Does he say something? He doesn't say something. No, I never say nothing. Then they come back and go, well, I'm doing this and this and this and this. Do you ever look at? No, I'm really happy with what I'm doing. Well, I wish you well. Well, here's the point. They're not doing well. They're doing crappy. Because the 2%'s not instant messaging anybody. So I got a good chance that the person that instant messaged me is losing money every single month. I know it without a doubt. So then they say, okay, what are you doing? Oh, I thought you were doing, no, I'm always looking though. I'm always looking means my business sucks and I'm not making any money. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's just true. And then you tell them a little bit. So I have info I can send to you if you want it.
Yes.
But it may not be for you. Anytime you pull away from people, they want it. Don't touch that wet paint. What do? There's handprints all over it. Don't sit there. They sit there. Tell a kid, don't do that. They do it. I mean, it's just work with people. Let them talk. And when they're done, everybody wants to make extra money. That's an easy one. Ask them, why don't you have a business online? People are making millions online. Oh, I can't. I'm not the guy walking across stage with a big check. No, but you can be. How about if it could be different? What if? My biggest video ever did on ads was a what if video. What if there was a company that did this, and this? People want to know. Would you want to know? Yeah, darn right I want to know. What is it? Then you slowly give them information. That's what's worked for me. I mean, I don't, if you go after somebody, they feel it. And remember, everybody's waiting to hear bad news. I know it sounds horrible, but they're waiting for a mistake. They're waiting for, oh, I knew it. I knew that was no good. So I let them talk and I find out what they don't like, because the answer of unlike is unpassive. The opposite of unlike is unpassive. The lack of making money, the opposite of not making money is making money. It's unpassive. You just give them the opposite of what they hate. Because everybody hates the same thing. Nobody likes talking to people about a business. You got family members, if you've been online more than a month, you got family members that hide every time you show up.
Yes.
Yeah, they can't wait because there's that crazy Marty out there doing something. I don't say it. My children came to me after I bought them accounts. Even when I bought them an account, I didn't say it. I just gave it to them at Christmas time. What's it about? Oh, you can look online if you want to see it. I don't tell them. Now they know because I wouldn't tell them. If Dad told them to go do it, they're not going to do it. Right? They're not going to do it. Your family's is running from you. So don't go after them. And everybody else, if they instant message you, if somebody sends you a spam, which you get every day, everybody gets them, spam them back. That's legal.
I did that.
But I mean, just wait for people to throw up on you. They're going to tell you because nobody's happy. They're not happy. I had a guy call me and said, I make $5,000 a day. Oh, he instant message. Yeah, I said, that's unbelievable. Very good. You don't want to know? No. Why? I'm happy with what I'm doing. You don't care about making $5,000? Yeah, I care about it, but I don't really want to go any farther with this. I'm really busy. You don't want to hear I make $5,000? I said, you want the truth? Yeah, you don't make $5,000 a day. Now, is that what you really want to hear? Well, you don't know that. Yeah, I do know it. You sound desperate. And he goes, well, okay, I didn't make $5,000, but my Uncle Bob did. Okay, he didn't either because he lied to you he lied to you the same story you lying to me with. I'm not putting the guy down, but it's just the way people do it. They're desperate because they're paying money on an auto ship every month that they can't afford.
Right.
Anyway, I'm sorry I talked too much, but just have people come to you and keep it really simple.
I actually had a girl come to me during this meeting, during this Zoom, and she wanted to see the videos. I sent her my link, one of my link of a presentation, and
There you go.
And she texted me back, well, they promote my business.
Yep.
You know, and I have to tell her you have to wait till launch. She asked me, do I have to wait till launch? And I'm going to respond, yeah, you have to wait, just like the rest of us.
The beauty of the business, though, people that think like we do, you don't have to tell them to get in. They'll be trying to get in before you can get the registration to them. I mean, there are people like that. I know there's at least 754,000 of them. And trust me, there's millions more, millions. And they'll come in. But don't force it, they'll know. If you look desperate, they'll get it. I mean, desperate people are all over online because they're not making any money. They're actually spending money to make money and they're not making a dime. I know for a fact. I was that guy. I was that flounder for years.
I'm that girl.
No, but don't feel bad. So's everybody else. And I mean, there's some people here, this is their first business. They are the luckiest individuals that ever
Yes, lucky.
Yeah, lucky. But anyway, that's all I got. I don't know if I helped you or not. Just keep it simple. And
You did.
Have them come to you, Yolanda. Just have them come to you.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks everybody that shared. Incredible meeting.
Fly just flew in my mouth. Yeah, that's all here.
Thank you.
Oh, Marty never lets nobody talk. Come on. What did he just say? Okay. If anyone has, this is the last call for the hands up. If you have a question, let's do a last call. Does anyone have a hand to raise or needs to know something from Marty or anything?
Not just Marty.
Yeah, but we like talking to Marty.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here though.
Yeah, but we only like talking to Marty.
Shut up, Chris.
All right, then I'm gonna shut this down so you can all get some sleep. I wanna say thank you for everyone coming. This was unexpected that I was doing this tonight. Thank you for the opportunity, Marty. Glad to share.
Wait a minute, we got Kevin.
Kevin?
He wants to complain about that iceberg behind his house.
Kevin,
it's really cold in here. Hey, no, you did have a gentleman, I believe, in the attendees with his hand up.
Oh.
I'm not talented enough to try that name. Starts with an A, though.
Ajugba.
He's coming. You just might want to be on the panel too. Where'd he go? Kevin, while you're there, you might have say something. Ajugba Joseph. Ajugba Joseph, do you want to say something? Because you came in at the last second. No.
What name are you saying?
Excuse me.
His name was Ajugba, but I think he's gone now.
No, he's in there. Ajugba Joseph.
Oh yeah, he's put his hand down though.
Yeah, I brought him onto the panel.
Hey, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Robin is having Robin and Pam. We're having a webinar and bring a guest. And at 9:15 later, a separate link, we're doing Q&A, Founders Q&A.
Hey everybody, can we give Chris Johnson a hand? I mean, this is his first time doing this. It was fantastic.
Chris, you did really well, man. You got yourself a job.
Nice job, Chris.
See?
You should have this as yours, Chris, now. Mike's probably tired.
Yeah.
Good job, Chris.
You pushed him right into return.
Hey, out of
Good
your
job.
head.
Pom poms by day.
I like it. That's the way. Go, Chris.
And you know what we'll do, Chris? We'll call it the hey meeting.
Pom poms by day and microphone by night.
Microphone by night.
Hey.
Oh man, don't get him going there. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys made it easy. It was a lot of fun. Love to hear all the stories. Some of you really opened up tonight, which always makes me feel good. I'm appreciative. That means we're a family, because that's what families are supposed to do. So I'm going to pray for your heart tonight. I'm loving every one of you. Get out and share this beautiful company, and don't stop sharing. But remember, even if they say no, you're going to be resellers, folks. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself trying to build a huge team. If you can do it, great. But don't get upset if you can't, because in passive, pretty soon is going to be going to work for you nonstop. And whoever had a job like that before, let's face it, work sucks. Anytime you got to go somewhere for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, away from your family, away from your fishing pole, away from your boat, away from your cottage, it sucks. For 30 years, man, I made a trade. So remember that. You really all, including my big-headed self, are very blessed to come across this. I think this is the best thing that's ever, I've been blessed with my whole life. And this thing just fell in my lap, literally. Even though I worked with the guy for 2 years, and I still want to strangle Pete for not telling me when he first got into it. But think about it. We're average people, folks. We're in a multi-billion-dollar company, 1%. All right, we're going to be the history. History.
We might even be the tea company.
Yeah. You don't know what's coming. I'm telling you, Ash, he's not here. No, he's not here. He's a lunatic genius. But his lunatic.
He is here. I'm recording it. I'm going to send that to him right
okay.
as soon as we get off.
It's okay, because
Chase the rainbow.
He is a, I don't know what I said.
You're fired.
Yeah. He's got that lunatic mind, but in his lunacy, if I said that right, lunacy, he's a genius. And if you've ever met someone, I have some family members that are where you remember the movie The Rain Man? Okay, same thing. Those people are geniuses. It's just people don't let them shine.
Einstein was considered a nutcase. Yeah.
Kind of a savant.
That's a savant. He's probably a savant.
Some of them are called idiot savants, but most of the time they're savants. Like you're a savant, Chris.
I just got the idiot.
You have mastered the idiot part of it, but you are a savant.
Jordy's pretty good too, though. He's really smart.
You just got to think about what he's given us. Come on. I'm going to look at you right now. You just won $100 billion in the lottery. Boom. I think, honestly, he'd give 99% of it away. Would you? Think about that question right now.
His biggest fights in his meetings or arguments are bankers and lawyers going, what is wrong with you giving away this much money? I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
He said money doesn't drive me. He told me flat out, it doesn't drive me at all. But if I could get 1 million people helping people, he said, that's such a big impact. He said, we may not make the most money, but we'll have the biggest impact of any company in the world. Oh, I believe that because he's already doing it. It's going to happen.
Well, you're in the right spot. You're in the first tree that ever. What was the saying? Money doesn't grow on trees. Well, you are sitting in a tree where all the branches. It's called OnPassive, and let me tell you what. We finally found a tree that's going to continuously grow money. You know, wealth, success, changing things for the better. I just really want you to think about that. Think in the last 10 years, how many people you've walked right by with a sign that says, I'm starving, I need food. I want you to think about how many times you walk past these people in the last 10 years, and we never really thought about them. We do, but we never really did nothing about it. I could say I throw $1, $2, whatever it was in the hats, whatever, but man, I want to do a lot more than that. You know, I don't want to pay it forward. I want to give it back.
Now, when you have all the money in the world, it really doesn't matter anymore. That Ash knows that. That's why he created something called Old Bless.
Yeah. So it's going to be an amazing thing. It's going to be an amazing thing. So I hope you, Kevin Rutledge, the water man, has got his hand up. Where'd you go, Kev? I see you take your hand down.
I'm here, buddy. Real quick, you guys got my wheels turning again, but you know, as amazing as all this is, you know, our products and, you know, the way the technology has advanced and allowed this to happen, you know, because this wasn't even a, you know, possible maybe as less as 5 years ago. So all these amazing things that have come together to allow this to happen, that's one thing. But then you got to have somebody that's willing to share the wealth. See, that's the thing. There's a lot of people out there, maybe not a lot of people, probably a handful of people that could have done what Ash has done, but none of them got the heart. This doesn't work if you don't share the wealth. See, that's huge. That's why it's such a gift. That's why it doesn't make any sense. Well, nobody builds a business that, you know, you don't have to do anything and you can still make huge money. Nobody does that. That's a fantasy. That doesn't happen. That's, you know, that's fairy tale. That's Hollywood stuff. That's why I call it a gift, because that's the difference. You know, if he doesn't, you know, and the other thing too is, you know, we always say like, you know, Ash doesn't, you know, this is bigger than he even thought. Well, I think if we're all, you know, if we all started in the beginning and we were all, you know, chasing, you know, the material, we'll just leave it at that. I don't think this happens. I don't think we get to 750,000, you know, but because we followed suit on the humanitarian side, it blew up like it has. And it's just amazing to be a part of it. And I can't say enough about, you know, Ash and what he's done, and just honored, humbled and honored to be here and at your service. Hope you all have a great night. Enough out of me.
Thanks, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, can I ask you a
100%,
question?
Kevin, 100%.
Can I ask you a question, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Is that the tip of the iceberg behind you?
Yes, and if you'll note it, you can't see the bottom.
I bet you the bottom is a lot bigger than the top.
I know mine is.
I hope I never get to see the bottom.
Right on, buddy.
All right, you crazy folks. Okay, I'm doing the last call. One more.
Now it's time.
Yeah, but you're the one who's crazy.
Richard, you have something to say, my brother?
Yeah, you're the one who's crazy.
Well, I'm crazy, all right. Crazy about OnPassive. Crazy
But
about.
see what happens is people haven't learned that when you admit you're crazy, at least you know where you stand. Now, when I started in OnPassive, believe it or not, I was one of those guys losing money left and right. My friend in Thailand would join my stuff and I would join his stuff. And I mean, I've lost, I'd say close to $25,000. Education here and education there, and they were going to teach me how and this and that. I'll tell you, there's a lot of bad stuff out there. He sent me an email and he says, "Oh, this is the one." He says, "Get down on Skype and we're going to talk." So I got on Skype and here he is in Thailand. "Well, yeah, this is the one. I like this guy," he says. "Oh, what the hell? I might as well try." But I says, "You got to join my one that I've got now." So we kept on doing it to each other. Eh? But that phone call. Now, we started OnPassive. There it is. There's the beginning of OnPassive. A piece of paper and a pen. He never expected. I guarantee you, Ash Mufarah never expected to see what we're doing tonight. He did not expect to see 750,000 people joining him. I mean, I don't care what people say. Since the beginning, I don't think Ash expected this. And he's giving everything to us. I mean, this man is giving all his time to us. And like you said, his days off, he goes and gives food to the homeless. He does that. That's the type of a man he is. He's got a heart from God, just like we all have a heart from God. Some of us have let it out, others haven't. Love thy neighbor. What does that mean? That's very simple. It means love everybody. Love your enemies. So this guy, he's shooting at you. He don't want to shoot at you, just like you don't want to shoot at him. It's all gone. A corrupt world. A corrupt world is what causes all these problems. And OnPassive is bringing the correction to it. Look at us. People that haven't even known each other. And here we are sitting here from all kinds of country all over the world, giving our love, giving our affection, you know, even telling people all over the world about our lives, our disabilities, our dreams. Nobody ever imagined this would happen, but it's happening, and it's OnPassive. And OnPassive is not only our dear friend and CEO, it's all these people all over the world that are founders. That is what OnPassive is all about. And the big heart in the middle is Ash Mufara. So we've got a big heart, and we're all around that heart. Us people. And I'll leave you with that. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Big kisses and hugs. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Richard. Always loving to hear you talk, my brother. Okay, we have Carol Lefranquios. How do you say your last name?
Hello, Chris. Lefrancois. I'm so French Canadian from Quebec by the Saguenay River. Everybody's talking about craziness here. I'm crazy, but I'm real crazy. I got introduced to OnPassive just over a year ago, the 10th of June last year, by a gentleman, Mr. Albert Lee from Singapore. I think he's 88 years old. And it's really my beacon of hope. But I'm 61 years old. I spend, I don't know how much money on the internet. I have a disability. I have mental health problem, which is a maniacal depression since 1996. I was working in 1996 as a first radio officer at 36 years old on cruise ships, on the sailing vessel of the Club Med 2. We were doing runs in the French Polynesia, Bora Bora, Rangiroa, Waine, Papete. And then I did a big crisis there. I had a medical evacuation. I was earning $2,000 a week. And I got a medical evacuation in Quebec in 96. And I've been on welfare since then. I got admitted to an hospital 8 months. And when I got out of there at 37 years old, I bought a computer and learned everything by myself. And I know some of you guys know how to, you have to put hours of work to earn $500, $600, $700, $800 a month on the internet just doing surveys. 120, 130, 140 hours a week, which is 19, 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. I've been doing that for 15 years, 20, 25 years, 25 years this year. So it's really my beacon of hope. Now it's out of my chest. I'm going to sleep so good tonight, and I'm with my family. I'm single. I got no kids. I'm going to be full of money, and I'm going to bless others. There's so many people I can bless here in my country, in Saguenay. People are rich. People got skidoo. They got 4x4s. They got tractors. They go to Mont Valley. They do fishing. They got fishing camps. And people are commanding for food on the street. And they don't even look at them. It's making me real mad. So we're going to change the world. And Ash is really, I call him the Phoenix, because he got hurt on the internet as well. And he just rebirth. I don't know if you know the legend of the bird, the Phoenix, but that bird burned and he just rebirth out of his own ashes and ash. He's a Phoenix. This guy is a Phoenix, a lunatic, a genius, but I call him the Phoenix. And I told him, he never said it to nobody, but I told him that I wrote to him. So now I'm with my family. I'm watching all the webinar I can. And I have a team, not a big team, but I have a team. And they're like my children, more than my friends. So thank you, everybody. And it's almost Cendrillon time. It's almost midnight here. We're going to sleep so well tonight. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. God bless you all.
Merci, Carole. Merci beaucoup, Carole.
Merci, Richard.
Ça fait du bien de t'entendre et puis ça va marcher. Puis quand ça va partir, là, tu n'auras pas besoin de travailler des 10 heures par jour puis des 15 heures par jour.
C'est des 18-20 heures par jour.
Ça va tout être fait pour nous autres.
18-20 heures par jour, 7 sur 7.
Je sais comment c'est. J'ai passé là. 7 jours par semaine, 365 jours par année. Je sais comment c'est.
Marty knows what we're talking about. So many hours, so much money. When you put $10,000 1 year on the internet and you're on welfare, that means you're cutting food money to put in the internet money pit, which is crazy. It's a nonsense. It's insanity. So you're maniacal depression, it's insanity, and you have to take pills. So it's a big mix. Watch out. But now we're full of hope. I'm smiling. We're going to be happy, and I'm going to make people happy and smiling too. Good night, everybody, and thank you for listening.
Carlos. Thank you very much, Carlos. Boom, baby.
Thanks.
Love it. Love it to death. All right. I'm not even going to ask. Marty had to go. He said, all I got to do is press the end button, but I'd like to give everyone an opportunity. I know we've been on here for a long time. Everyone knows I don't like sitting on here past 2 hours, and I broke my own my own rules here, but I do appreciate y'all. Once again, thank you for sharing. If I continue to do this, if you're gonna come on here, be ready to talk, because I'm gonna pick on you. I love picking on people. That's how I was actually brought into this, and I'm not afraid. All you gotta do is say no. People tell me no all the time, but that don't stop me, just to give you a hint there. But I love you guys all. Make sure you check out the Robin, Pam, and Kevin show, I'm gonna call it. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and then the rapid fire at 9:15. Those will be posted in the back office, and all the telegrams and everything else we got running around. Gemma drives me crazy. I think Gemma's got 100 telegrams. But I love you all. Thank you for being on here. And you guys have a wonderful sleep. I haven't went to bed in a long time. And I'm going to look forward to sleeping. And I appreciate you, all the great stories and sharing. I appreciate you as my brothers and sisters. So I love you all. Get out there and share. Everyone, just give me one. Turn on your mics. Come on, let's have a little fun before we go to bed. Turn on your mics.
Boom.
Boom.
Hey, everybody. Hey, hey. Good night. Hey, yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh,
Thank
good.
yourself.
It was a group picture.
Thank
Thank you.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey.
All right.
Good night now,
Good
tomorrow.
night,
Thanks,
everyone.
Chris. Oh, thanks, mate.
Good night.
Night.
Sleep well
Hey, the
and
sign
sweet
language
dreams.
lady. I would